And we're back. All right, it's the next day. We are here ready to bring in our official cast of Stands versus Ops. If you are watching the YouTube version of this, you will see we have our fully formed cast. You'll have to go back to the podcast version to hear the casting special. Let's welcome in, of course, the man who is my co-host, who I introduced on this podcast some 45 minutes ago. Here is the great Akiva Winokur. Akiva, how are you?
What's going on, Rob?
Yes. Okay. All right. Excited for Stands versus Ops. And here's the man who was up all night putting together the brand steel, Mr. Mike Bloom.
There could be worse reasons to pull an all-nighter, I think, especially in this day and age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this is up there. This is one of the worst reasons, probably.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, please. Sorry, Angela. I can't go to bed. I have to put a bra and the Gargoyle King into a Survivor simulator. I'll be back to bed in a few minutes.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, Mike, it has come to my attention that we have some corrections or redactions that need to be made since the casting special.
Yeah, this might be a first of a mid-podcast corrections. Maybe it's because we very rarely, and you guys specifically, take breaks in between segments.
Yeah. No,
but
this is a new precedent. We need this.
Well, hopefully this still bides constitutionally. If not, we'll have to add an amendment ad hoc. But it has come to our attention that since our casting special, we did indeed misname the Home Alone character who is going to be playing in the Brent Steel. The character played by Joe Pesci in the Home Alone series is named Harry, not Marv. Marv is the Daniel Stern character. So Harry is the name. Just think, Harry is not so hairy. Joe Pesci does not have a lot of hair, especially when it gets burnt off by that blowtorch. So now we'll know forever.
Akiva, did they miss on that?
Yeah,
Clear.
It's clear. You know, Joe Pesci is a Marv.
Looks like a Marv.
And Daniel Stern is like a Harry. It's crazy. Maybe they made a mistake the first day and just never corrected it on the movie set.
Maybe Joe Pesci walked in and wanted to read for Harry, and that's ultimately he put his foot down.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I watched that like how the movies are made thing on Netflix, and I do wonder if Joe Pesci's stature kind of walked in. He's like, "So I'm playing Marv, huh?" And they're like, "Sure, yeah, we'll sort of flip flop the names and call you Marv or Harry, whatever you want to." And maybe things just got lost in translation on the way to IMDb or something like that. But
maybe okay.
We nearly created a Mandela effect here, but it appears that Harry's in here. I also want to address something that we didn't address in the first part. I know that there had been some calls due to the name of the season for "Where's Akiva's biggest stand? Where is your newly crowned third wheel? # justice for Navi." But I think, in speaking with Akiva specifically as the one who represented his stan in absentia, I think he feels that it's fine to leave them off the board considering this motley crew that's going to be participating here.
Akiva, what was the issue? You didn't want to get a bunch of emails like, "Oh, I can't believe you had this person and not me."
Well, I thought like we're going with.
You get to be. It's me. You could be honest with me.
No, I don't think there was like a big demand for like
you
Jacob
can tell me
might.
After.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm telling the truth now.
Okay. I gotcha.
I think this was more of a fuzzy green bra type cast than a Navi type cast.
Okay. All right. So, Mike, anything else we need to know about or learn before we get into our marooning?
Only that, I guess we can read the cast super quick for those that are being dropped in here for being marooned in this part. But I will say I fear for what my targeted ads are going to be like from now on, considering how many pages I've searched through images of the King Cake Baby and the Gargoyle King and the Leprechaun. As someone who is easily startled, like I do not think I'm going to sleep browsing social media for the next several weeks.
Okay. All right. So, Mike, let's talk about our Stans tribe for the people just joining us.
All right. So representing the Stans of Rob and Akiva Need a Podcast, hailing from Chicago by way of Mipos, Belki Bartakamos from the very first episode, Perfect Strangers. Beverly Cleary, a former Stan in contention, recently turned 104 years old, still going strong. This one has a bit of a stan in quotation marks considering how he treated you two upon you talking with him, but from Survivor Africa, Clarence Black is here.
Returning veteran.
Exactly. The great Craigslist Carl from the Minnesota show. And thank you to the invaluable patrons in the Rob Has a Podcast patron group for finding a picture of Craigslist Carl without going to, down the rabbit hole. We were able to find one in the flesh. Speaking of flesh, here is something to cover up your flesh. A fuzzy green bra from the infamous game Win, Lose, or Bra during the first game night on RHAP. We have the Gargoyle King, a creature of seemingly supernatural descent from Riverdale, season 3.
We stand him.
Exactly, famous stan of RHAP. We have a former / perhaps current stan of RHAP.
Last chance.
Last chance here. The King Cake Baby, initial winner of the Stan tournament, but has sort of been on the outs as of late. Winner of the original brand sale we did here on RHAP. The best TV character, according to that simulation, Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Celebrity, star, and even beyond, planet, universe, whatever you want to call him, infallible to any disease or bracket, Tom Hanks. And of course, she of The View, Eddie, and so much more. So much so that she has a part dedicated to herself in the mailbag, Whoopi Goldberg.
It's more in the crappy movie diaper. There's a whoopee cushion, but yes, happy to have the Whoopster.
You think that's her? Is that her official nickname?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, people call her the Whoopster. Definitely behind her back. I don't know.
I was going to say, is that like a certain level that you have to get with her? Like, okay, you can call me the Whoopster from now on. Like, it's from
Do you think
Whoopi
people
Goldberg
call her
to
Karen?
Whoopi.
Do you think like she has family members who like call her by her like first name? Like she's like a grandma. You think her grandkids be like Aunt Whoopi, Grandma Whoopi?
I mean, I would say like either it's Nana or it's like, you know, some sort of affectionate nickname, or it's like if any relatives do call Whoopi Karen, like it would have had to have been like the first 5 to 10 years of her career, right? Like once she becomes known as specifically Whoopi Goldberg, if you want to be affiliated with that name and all the benefits that come therein, you better start saying Whoopi.
Okay. All right. Let's meet our the ops of RHAP.
All right, starting off with he of many stands. Once upon a time was going to have a podcast featuring his work, but instead started his own side ops with another member of the RHAP Podcasters Guild, David Boreanaz. Of course, probably the least liked character from Entourage, from your purview, and that is Saying Something. Eric, also known as E. We'll see if there's like a Stacey.
It makes me dislike him even more that he's just labeled as E on the ops tribe.
And there's like actual killers and robbers on this
criminals
tribe, but I think he's still the most unlikable person.
Yeah,
there's wives, but it's still him.
Oh yes, killers versus wives versus E. That's the next brand seal we'll set up here. Now, the name corrected aforementioned robber from the Home Alone series, played so affectionately by Joe Pesci, Harry from the Wet Bandits. Kevin Costner, a man known for his direction skills and also the direction that he might give other people's wives.
Oh, no, Akiva, do you realize what we've done? We've put Kevin Costner on a tribe with both of our wives.
I didn't even think about that. That's a big mistake.
Oh, the greatest trick Kevin Costner.
You brought this onto yourselves.
I did not even think about that. Now, is this current day Kevin Costner, or is this in his prime Kevin Costner?
I don't know if this is Yellowstone Kevin Costner or like the mailman Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
that was a
mistake. It's a big mistake.
Though you might be worrying about someone else possibly drawing the eyes or possibly drawing the goal to him, of course, from the Leprechaun horror series, The Leprechaun, the eponymous Leprechaun. So Akiva and Rob have suggested to throw their wives onto the ops tribe. So Mara Wienerker is on here. Those of you that might be watching the video might want to know what the hell this picture is.
Yes. What is this?
So I did some research as to like who are some famous Maras. Who's the queen of the Mara?
I know what this is. The
one I was able to find was the superheroine Mara from the Aquaman universe.
Yeah, the main female in Aquaman is Mara. The truth is I could have asked her to use a picture, but I was sort of embarrassed to explain this whole concept, so I opted against it.
I mean, the thing is, Akiva, you just created, like, you made your wife an Aussie on this, right? Like, everyone's going to assume she's going to be super good in the challenges because she is a mer lady.
Yes, absolutely. Well, she grew up with a pool in her house.
Yeah.
This next one might not do so well in the challenges. We're still not entirely sure what his story is, but he's here. It's Milkbag.
So gross.
Yeah. Does Milkbag use male pronouns?
Let's see. Well, it seemed like from
Milk
your
Bag
escape
was a
room thing
guy.
that Milkman was
Yeah.
like a thug, but I Googled Milk Bag just in case there was a character named it a la Mara, and instead just found a lot of pictures of bags of milk, which will indeed also influence my social media ads that come up. So I thought, let's just throw, you know what, we have a bra on one tribe. Let's sort of balance it out by putting another inanimate object on the other tribe.
It's hot out here in Samoa too.
I don't want, I mean, I would not go near that milk then, but maybe that's going to help it. I don't know. There's rumors about people getting stinky over the course of a Survivor season. Milk Bag's got to be the first one.
Also, not ideal if you're Milk Bag to be on a tribe with an old cat.
That's true.
Of course, we have the other half of the Sesternino parental household, Nicole Sesternino.
That's not what you meant, right?
Not looking like any fictional mermaid.
Yep, there she is.
Representing probably one of your more recent ops in the entire idea of the Cats franchise, Old Deuteronomy, the leader of the Cats who makes the jellicle choice as played by Dame Judi Dench. Now I'm screwing it up, Akiva. Thank you.
Can we make some sort of deal with Cats? Like, if Old Deuteronomy wins, it gets a second spot in the crappy movie diaper. But it's like
fine.
Well,
If it's first boot from its tribe, if it's first one out when the ops tribe goes to tribal council, then it's out of the movie diaper for a month.
Yes.
I do think that there should be something where, like, whatever wins here, if it's a stand that wins, you guys should declare that that's your ultimate stand forever. And, like, if an ops wins, that's the person or thing that you're ultimately going to be ops with forever.
Well, I was even wondering, should we do something where if somebody from the ops tribe wins, should there be a punishment?
Ooh.
Why are we always looking to punish ourselves?
We want to have stakes. You want to have some stakes with us?
That's true, but like I mean,
listen, there's stakes enough that you put your wives on a tribe with Kevin Costner. Do you want to add more on the fire here?
We already have a punishment tribunal that I think owes us a punishment, according to Aisha. So,
okay.
And finally,
well, how about this? What about if a stand tribe wins? Maybe we get our best friend's veto back.
But if it loses, what do we lose?
I think it gets revoked.
Well, I think we already used it this year.
How about if it loses, we lose our 2021 best friends veto? What do you think?
Wow. Okay. All right. Fine.
All right. A veto is on the line here.
That's future Rob's. That's future Rob's problem.
Yeah.
We placed the veto in the giant treasure chest at Tribal Council. That's what we're playing for here. And the final one that could possibly preventing you from having a veto in 2021, perhaps my greatest work of graphic design yet, a picture of Forky wearing a Yankees jersey, throwing the Mets into the garbage.
Yeah, that's great, Mike. That was really well done.
Very good artwork.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is our tribes. The stakes have been set. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready to get into this and see whatever the hell is going to happen with these people / things / pictures / concepts.
Okay. All right. Let's get to day one on Heroes versus Villains. And let's see what's going to happen. Stands versus Ops. Mike, we're going right to Stands Tribe Alliances. We're not going to have some sort of a battle in the sand.
They'll bring it up afterwards, but this will just be we'll sort of travel around time. We're doing it backwards, much like you guys did once upon a time.
Okay, all right.
And you may want to scroll down and yeah, there you go, perfect.
Okay, we start off with some alliances here: Craigslist Carl, King's Cake Baby, and Tom Hanks. They are working together off the bat. Akiva, anything in common with Craigslist Carl, King Cake Baby, and Tom Hanks?
I think they're all very loyal. I think
Craigslist Carl is the least loyal to this group.
Why do you think? Oh, yeah. Well, he's 5, but I think in general he's a loyal guy, Craigslist Carl.
Okay. And then we have another bigger alliance of 5. It's Balky Bartakamus, Beverly Cleary, the Fuzzy Green Bra, Clarence Black, and Whoopi Goldberg.
I could see this being a situation where, like, these 3 maybe start gathering firewood and maybe the others go off on their way. And I could see, like, maybe Whoopi gathering these 5 together and being like, this seems like a good 5. Like, I think we could work together through the first vote.
Whoopi's like, I could see us like sitting around a big table just talking about everything.
Do you think Whoopi can only form alliances of 5?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if someone's out, they have to bring someone in that day.
Was Fuzzy Green Bra the Meghan McCain of this panel?
Yeah. Fuzzy Green
Bra likes to talk about her dad, Mr. Fuzzy Green Bra.
Yeah. Left out of the party appears to be the Gargoyle King. Nobody seems to want to work with the Gargoyle King. Who else, Mike?
I believe, now I got to bring up the list.
Who's the other stand that's left out in the cold?
Larry David.
Larry David.
Makes
Oh
sense.
wow, veteran. I guess we have two veteran
He's
players.
a winner. Larry David has a big target on his back.
Well, we have like a veteran Brand Stealer and we have an actual veteran Survivor player. So I guess the question is like, who is going to prevail here? Is there going to be like a sort of rivalry between the two as to who will dominate in fake Survivor versus real Survivor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know if everyone knows that Clarence could probably get away with, for most people, saying he wasn't on the show. Like, I don't think Beverly Cleary or the Fuzzy Green Bra watched Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'll know that he was on the show.
Yeah. Does Craigslist Carl know a lot about Survivor?
I don't think so.
He likes the fishing scenes.
We should have asked him if he was a big Survivor guy when we saw him.
Yeah. I
don't put any more ideas in his head. He would have started putting Survivor in your theme song.
Yeah,
if you were teaching it to him 20 seconds.
that he said he doesn't even have a TV. I think he said something along those lines.
Seems like a no TV guy.
Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on over on the Ops Tribe. Okay. Couple of alliances going on.
Oh, look at this triumvirate here. Forky, Harry, and Old Deuteronomy are like super loyal. 9 strength loyalty here. These are ride or die people.
Yep.
/cats/sporks.
Harry is kind of a guy who is no stranger to sort of like the underworld. Forky and Old Deuteronomy like rummaging through the trash. So I feel like there's like a underworld theme to these three.
Now, you'll say this about Harry. Did he terrorize a child and try and kill him many times? Sure. Yeah. But he never turns on Marv.
Yeah,
he's loyal.
Final 2 deal. Yeah.
No, I think he's sort of in the Russell variety in that like he will chastise the people that he's with, but he will not outright turn them in.
Yeah,
true.
Harry is definitely in the mold of a Russell Hantz, I would think.
Yeah, which is interesting considering that once upon a time you said the Leprechaun, not so once upon a time, was a mold for Russell. Speaking of the Leprechaun, he found himself in his own alliance of 3 with Kevin Costner and your wife, Rob.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
Oh no!
Boy, this Kevin Costner really doesn't waste any time.
Listen, better you than me.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Kevin Costner putting in the work real quick, but that could get him in trouble if he's seeing as too flirty and spending not enough time building the shelter,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't win with a showman's Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, knock it off.
No, but now we have like the thinking guy meme for Kevin Costner. Like if I make a showman's with everyone, then theoretically I could win with a showman's.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Take it easy, Kevin Costner. All right. Let's go and see what's going on in our first reward challenge.
All right. So we'll go back to the marooning here. So let's say, the ops, they kayak in from Minnesota and arrive on the beach to be greeted by Rob and Akiva, the host of the show. And then flying in from the Denver airport, here come the stands. And they're going to battle for the first time against each other. And it looks like in a fight to the finish, the ops tribe is going to claw their way through the battle dig and win the first challenge of the season.
Well, I mean, you have Old Deuteronomy who has claws, Leprechaun also, he's a biter.
Well, Milkbag also had a really good strategy in that Milkbag looked a lot like the sandbag that they had to grab. And so a lot of people just accidentally went for Milkbag.
Okay, so congratulations,
and
Flint.
There was also an opportunity where they tried to take off Fuzzy Green Bra, Sandra style, but because it is a bra, it was just really tough to do, and that sort of got them caught up.
Smart. Okay. All right. Let's go to our immunity challenge here for find out who's going to be the first person to go home on Stands versus Ops.
Oh, looks like the Stands tribe wins immunity. They lost the battle in the sand, but they won the war in this regard. And it looks like the first person out of this season is going to be an op, boding well for your chances to have a veto in 2021.
Best friends veto coming back. All right.
And Katz might be out for a month if Old Deuteronomy goes home, but she is in a rock solid
She's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah. All right, let's go to what's going on back on the beach. Gargoyle King, you froze him out. You made no alliances with him. Guess what? Gargoyle King has found the hidden immunity idol.
And that makes sense. So, spoiler alert, I got the skinny on the Gargoyle King between our little segments here from the great Kirsten McGinnis and Frail Mary. And the Gargoyle King was sort of like a simultaneous twig monster and cult leader. And so I do think it makes sense that, like, if it is from the trees in a manner of speaking, that it knows where to look in the trees.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I would, of course, just another man finding an idol. But yeah, Gargoyle King, it makes sense.
Okay. All right. Bad news for the alliance of Craigslist Carl, King Cake Baby, and Tom Hanks. It was
that
an
did not
alliance
last
that was
long.
short-lived.
Don't even know if it'll make air. That's how short-lived it was.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be something for the deep dives with King Cake Baby about like, oh, there was this day one alliance that we made, but it fell apart even though we won a challenge because everyone.
How does an alliance dissolve before you go to tribal though? Like
maybe
how
it was a pregame alliance.
Maybe. Oh,
and I
maybe
could see
they were
something where
pre-gaming.
like Carl is sort of singing about his surroundings or playing music to pass the time, and maybe that's getting on people's nerves.
Yeah. Is it possible that Craigslist Carl put out like a weird vibe to Hanks and the King Cake Baby, Akiva?
Oh, it's possible. I mean, Craigslist Carl, he has first boot tendencies, but luckily it's not going to happen since they won immunity.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go over on the tribe that is going to tribal council, the Ops tribe. Okay. Guess who is great at finding the secretly hidden treasure, Mike?
I mean, they shouldn't have made the idol just a pile of gold coins this season. They knew what they were getting into. But yes, the leprechaun has followed the rainbow, as the clue said, to his pot of gold. Going into the first tribal council, the leprechaun is in possession of the idol, which makes me a little scared personally.
Okay. Leprechaun has the idol. Meanwhile, Akiva, Forky has isolated himself from the rest of the tribe. What's going on here?
I thought he was in alliance, but maybe Forky, he thinks he's trash at Survivor. And,
I'm trash. I'm trash.
Yeah, this is definitely like the Lisa Welchel, Holly Hoffman Survivor meltdown, right? Where like
no, Forky, we love you. No,
I'm just like the Mets.
He misses Spoonie. He just met Spoonie. He misses her. He's a little homesick.
But Forky has to stick it out for the loved ones visit, and then he'll get Spoonie.
That is true, but I wouldn't even bother voting out Forky if he's got no alliance. I would go with the bigger blindside.
Yeah, but he didn't. But he didn't officially leave the alliance, so it seems like he might sort of be a Shauna from your season, RHAP, of just getting like coerced, dragged along, much like Woody dragged along Forky in Toy Story 4 as a vote.
Maybe. Too bad that Ozzy isn't here to make the fake immunity idol stick, because I feel like that would be sort of very similar and friends with Forky.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see
Forky would be
fall in
friends
love
with the fake idol.
Yeah, yes, I think so. I think so. Okay. All right. Let's go to Tribal Council. Tribal Council number 1. Okay.
So let's hash things out here. So we have 2 alliances of 3 here. One is with Kevin Costner, Nicole, and Forky. The other one is Old Deuteronomy, Harry, and the Leprechaun. So if those alliances stick together and seemingly vote together, that means probably Milkbag, Mara, David Boreanaz, or E is going to be the first one out.
Mara's been very under the radar. I am a little nervous about her.
Under the water.
Yes, like this podcast. Okay. All right. Leprechaun has the Ops Tribe idol. Let's see what happens. Everybody's going to vote. Leprechaun does not play the Ops Tribe idol. Okay. So we will have somebody going home. No idols will be played. All votes will count. All right. First vote. Uh-oh. Mara.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hey, what happens if Mara gets voted out first?
Well, she's been trying to vote me out of this tribe for a long time, so she had it coming.
Okay.
Ooh.
Milk bag.
Milk bag.
It's 2 votes, milk bag.
Wow. Could this be a shutout for milk bag? Oh, no.
Mara.
Oh, my God.
4 votes, milk bag. 2 votes, Mara.
What a crazy...
milk bag. Crazy stack. 5-3.
Isn't that how Jeff normally does it?
Mara.
Oh my God. Are we going like
We're
rocks?
going to a tie.
Mara.
Holy cow.
5 votes, Mara. 5 votes, milk bag. A tie vote.
All right.
Wow. What happened, Akiva?
That's crazy. I have no idea.
These Ops Tribe are out of control.
This is going to have to be like a 90-minute premiere at least, just for this tribal.
2 hours. 2 hours premiere. It's Heroes vs.
Yeah, this is crazy. We got 20 people. We got a reward challenge.
Okay. 8 votes here on the revote. First vote. Mara.
Did everyone flip?
Milk bag.
Maybe not.
God, imagine if
Mara.
there's a freaking... Would there be anything cooler than
Mara.
rocks in the first episode? I don't think it's going to happen.
I think everyone flipped. Yeah. Oh,
spoken.
everyone flipped sans one person against Mara. Everyone was afraid.
If we can figure out what happened here.
Yeah.
Okay. David Boreanaz voted for Milkbag, but he changed to Mara. He likes Milkbag less than Mara. He only switched to avoid a tie.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
E voted for Milkbag. He likes Milkbag less than Mara. Harry voted for Milkbag and changed to Mara.
Okay, so it looks like it
was a men's alliance, I think.
It looks like the Harry Old Deuteronomy Forky, or no, yeah, I mean, Old Deuteronomy and Harry voted together, but then swapped once they found out that the rocks were going to be drawn, which feels on brand. Forky voted for Mara. Looks like the alliance of Nicole, Kevin Costner, and I forget the other person voted for Mara as well.
Leprechaun.
And Leprechaun voted for Mara. So it seems like Harry's alliance tried to rally David Boreanaz, E, and Mara to get out Milkbag just because they did not get a good feeling about the Milkbag. But it was not enough because Forky switched his vote.
Wow.
Because otherwise it would have been 6-4, right? But because Forky swapped his vote over to Mara, they had to go to a tie. And in that case, it's sort of like blood versus water when Caleb swapped his vote to Brad Culpepper and Vetus had to bail on it. That sort of is what everyone else had to do in lieu of Forky forking the tie here.
Rob, are you surprised our wives did not get along and they voted for
that is a little surprising. I'm surprised that Forky voted against Mara, who was supposedly his creator.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. That's kind of a betrayal.
Remind me, though, did the cake have that Forky request on it?
Yes. I will say also, like, you know, I don't know. This is upsetting that Forky is showing no respect to. Imagine if you're my son and your mom is on the season, but also your favorite character, and from day one they don't get along. That's got to be tough. Yeah. I don't know if there's an equivalent.
It's going to be an awkward premiere in the Winokur household. So, especially since, I don't know, do you think Mara would say anything if she came back and said how she did, especially against Forky?
Yeah, I think probably she'd be like, all right, don't spend any money. We didn't make the million.
All right. Let's go to episode number 2 after a wild first tribal council.
Yeah,
one of the most wild we've ever seen in a brand
Forky
deal.
really making a name for itself, and not necessarily in a good way, considering it just directly went against its alliance to force a tie here and cause chaos on the Ops tribe.
Okay, let's find out what's going on with the alliances here in episode number 2. We've got the View Alliance with Balky, Beverly Cleary, the Bra, Clarence, and Whoopi. They are status quo over on the Stans tribe. Seems pretty honky-dory over there.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine a bit of kumbaya until, when the rubber meets the road.
They're the Stans. Okay, let's go over to the very chaotic Ops tribe and see how they're handling things after that wild tribal council. Okay, we're down to a final 2 deal, basically, between Harry and Old Deuteronomy, the new Harry, or the new Marv.
Yeah. I could see that. He is Marv. I mean, listen, Marv has about as much hair as Old Deuteronomy, so I feel like it's a good transition there. But yeah, it seems like Forky is like permanently pushed out of that alliance.
Yeah. Okay. Kevin Costner, the Leprechaun, and Nicole, they still have their alliance. Mike, do we have a name for this alliance?
I
feel like it should be named after a Kevin Costner film.
Right. Could it be like I don't know, Dance with the Irish or something, or like Field of Gold? Oh, that's a Sting song.
Field of Gold.
Like Field of Dreams combined with the gold from the Leprechaun.
Akiva, I know you're a big Costner stan.
Yeah, I don't know so many Costner movies. What's Waterworld? I'm trying to think. Like what's a funny Costner movie? We have
Draft
to IMDb
Day?
Costner. Kevin C.
Yeah.
I feel like Costner went away for a long time and now he's back. But like
he's
there
back.
was in the early 2000s where there wasn't much Costner stuff.
Is there something in Bold Durham?
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, because he's stealing your wife.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Let's see if we can come back to that if anything else comes up. Okay, let's go to our immunity challenge, episode number 2 here. Who's going to be the second tribe to go to tribal council? It looks like it is going to be our
the Stans
Ops tribe
tribe
winning immunity.
Yeah, they returned the favor here. The Ops tribe wins immunity and a tarp, which I'm assuming is very good because Harry has insisted in sleeping out in the rain, true to his wet bandit nature. So now at least he has an excuse to be dry as he sleeps.
Okay, let's check out what's going on over on the Stans tribe before their tribal council. Gargoyle King has the idol. Whoopi and Craigslist Carl have a minor fight. Akiva, what could Whoopi and Craigslist Carl be fighting over?
Well, I think Craigslist Carl says, I'm a musician, and Whoopi says, I've got the G and EGOT. Like I have it all. Like I'm a better musician than you. And Craigslist Carl sings their RHAP theme song, and she's
Yeah.
like, "That's not even the right words." I think that's basically what happened.
What does Whoopi have a Grammy for?
Probably for like an audiobook or maybe
Yeah.
something, or like if she produced an album.
Maybe she won a Grammy for being the best Oscar host.
Let's see.
Yeah, they just awarded it. Well, you sounded great, Whoopi. So we're going to
Yeah.
have you. I know she was a producer of The Color Purple, the Broadway show. And I know that like they nominate soundtracks for musicals every year. So she could have run that way.
Yeah, no, I believe she won her her first Grammy. She won a Grammy Award for Best Comedy Recording in 1985.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Do they still have that anymore? I don't think they do.
Yes, and
I think they do. I think they do.
She won a Tony Award in 2002 as a producer of the Broadway musical Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Oh, no, well.
Yes. She also has a Daytime Emmy award. Does she have a regular Emmy?
I think she does. Yeah, 9 primetime Emmy noms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does she not have a full Emmy? Maybe I don't think that counts.
No, I think you're besmirching the daytime. It's a
I don't
soft,
think
it's
that's
a
an
soft
EGOT.
EGOT. It's a
That's
soft
not
EGOT.
an EGOT.
It's a soft EGOT.
Soft EGOT. Maybe that's what the fight is. Maybe Craigslist Carl is like, "Hey, Whoopi, is your Emmy a daytime Emmy or a regular Emmy?" It's like, it's an Emmy. No, wait, hold on. Is that you said? But it's daytime Emmy is not the same as regular Emmy.
Oh my God, my whole life is a lie. If Whoopi doesn't actually have a real EGOT.
It's just a lowercase e, okay?
Lowercase e's on the other tribe.
It's a DGOT then. It's a daytime Emmy. I'm shocked.
Wow, what a revelation here. Whoopi Goldberg
just dressing down her career.
Yeah,
And what's crazy is she has 9 nominations for Moonlighting, A Different World. She was nominated twice for her Oscar hosting as the Outstanding Performance in Variety program and lost. Comic Relief 7, Whoopi Back to Broadway, hosting the Tonys. Mom's Mabley, I Got Something to Tell You, for 2 different things. 0 for 9. And she's passing herself as an EGOT winner.
Yeah. Can we stan a DGOT?
I mean, listen, she has more than anybody else here. I guess the question is, do you stand someone who maybe embellishes a bit on their resume, in a manner of speaking?
Daytime Emmy. That's crazy.
Daytime Emmy.
If I won a daytime Emmy, I wouldn't even.
I mean, does it help that she has 2 daytime Emmys, one of which is for The View?
I don't know. And she's got 2 Golden Globes, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's in the Oscar territory.
We got to get Whoopi a primetime Emmy. We got to figure out how to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's maybe what she was fighting with Craigslist Carl about.
Well, maybe if she hosts SNL, they could nominate her and she could win it. That we were trying to get her.
She had the easiest opportunity. She could have just done it from home and she'd have a nomination.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's check out what's going on with the other tribe. Okay. We know that the Leprechaun has the idol, but Leprechaun and Milkbag are bonding slightly. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think they're really like the biggest. Well, I mean, besides Forky, but Forky's sort of off in his own little zone now. They're sort of like the non-humanoid things on the tribe here. They feel like they're definitely not fitting in, and I think they can find some camaraderie there.
Yeah, I could see the Leprechaun also like wanting to drink spoiled milk. I feel like that's something that he would be into.
Trick someone else maybe into drinking it.
Yeah, it's like a bastardized Lucky Charms.
Let's get to Tribal Council number 2. Stan's tribe.
If we remember, so we have that alliance of 5 from The View, which sort of leaves the other 5 on the outs. There was a previous alliance, with Craigslist Carl and the King Cake Baby, and I'm forgetting who else, but it seems that has sort of broken apart. So really, I'd say half the tribe is up to go here.
Craigslist Carl, Tom Hanks, and the King Cake Baby.
That's what it was.
That's dissolved. Craigslist Carl is fighting with Whoopi about her daytime Emmy versus a primetime Emmy. So I would think that Craigslist Carl is probably the odds-on favorite to be.
Yeah, he's in trouble for sure.
Yeah, he definitely is the sugar of this tribe.
Yes. He's antagonized Whoopi. She has her View alliance with Balky, Beverly Cleary, Clarence. And the Fuzzy Bra. So I think that if my money's on Craigslist Carl to be the first person sent to Ponderosa. Let's check it out. All right. Gargoyle King will not play his idol. Okay. First vote, Gargoyle King.
Uh-oh.
Another one for the Gargoyle King.
Is this a blindside on the Gargoyle King?
Craigslist Carl.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Craigslist Carl. We're tied. Craigslist Carl again. Gargoyle King. Another tie vote. 3-3. Craigslist Carl.
Oh.
Craigslist Carl Craigslist Carl. The tribe has spoken. There were
7-3.
7 votes against Craigslist Carl. We know that the View Alliance probably went against him, but who else piled on Craigslist
Who
Carl?
voted with him is a better question.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Balky, Beverly Cleary, Clarence, the Bra.
Gargoyle
the
King obviously
Gargoyle
voted for
King,
Carl. So it looks like the King Cake Baby
Larry David.
and
That was the 7.
yeah, so King Cake Baby and Tom Hanks joined
Interesting.
joined
They're on the
their,
outs now.
their former ally Craigslist Carl. They felt it was water under the bridge for a second. They're like, let's try to protect him, throw a couple of votes, see if we can get the Gargoyle King out of here. Gargoyle King sits on his idol, ends up using it or not using it completely correctly here as the View Alliance swiftly takes Carl out as he plays himself out.
like Keyboard Cat?
Exactly, or like Penner when he whistled when he got voted out of Survivor Philippines. Except it's Craigslist Carl wheeling his little keyboard as he walks down that path of shame.
I'm in a key, don't need a Comcast, and it needs your help. Can you make it on the wheel? Robin Akiva need a podcast. Yeah, to buy or sell your ideas. Talk about it to your fill every weekend. Better on 10. You can guess what could be coming up next. Robin Akiva need a podcast.
I you know what? Screw better at 10. I like better on 10. Better as a lyric from Carl.
I think it's better untend.
I don't even think that's a word.
It is to him. Maybe
I do
there's
like
a
that he
lot of
switches Comcast to podcast. He realizes, oh, there was no way that was right.
But also, you have to imagine that in the voting confessional, like Whoopi says, like the whoop stays whoop, adios, right? Like this is what happens when you mess with Whoopi.
Daytime Emmy counts. Okay. All right. There you go. Craigslist Carl never saw it coming. He was after the Gargoyle King.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just for him, it was like desperation. I think he knew after fighting with Whoopi that she would get the View to go after him. So he's like, all right, Gargoyle King's looking real shifty. People think he might have an idol. Let's like try to bring the votes onto him. And he did have a couple of, allies there, but it does seem now that his former friends in the King Cake Baby and Tom Hanks are on the outs.
Yes, it was a View to a kill at the second tribal council.
View to a Carl.
All right, episode number 3. We're tied up 9-9. All right, Stan's tribe, Ops tribes. Let's find out what's going to happen with our alliances. No movement with that very strong View alliance on the Stan's tribe. And then same old story here with Harry and Old Deuteronomy in one alliance. And then Costner, Leprechaun, and Nicole as an alliance in the Ops tribe. Okay, let's go to our immunity challenge. And this time we're going to see the Stan's tribe win immunity.
Okay, so let's see. The Ops tribe had a bit of a break here. Let's see if the chaos reemerges once they get to tribal council, or if they're able to, revolve around a boot here after Forky really forked everything up last time.
Okay. All right. Back on the tribe. Okay. Gargoyle King has the idol, and then the Gargoyle King isolates himself from the rest of the tribe. Mike, could this be a ploy? Is the Gargoyle King hoping to play his idol tonight?
I think, the Gargoyle King is not going to tribal council, so maybe it's sort of like a long con here, more of a season-wide arc of like, okay, I want to plant my seeds here to have them germinate to possibly have this, play off.
He's the Gargoyle
You don't want
King.
the Gargoyle King planting too many seeds, I don't think.
Yeah. No, not ideally. All right.
Yeah, we don't want Gargoyle bastards all around the kingdom.
Ops tribe, getting ready for tribal council number 3. Nothing doing. Okay.
Interesting.
Maybe we had that very chaotic first tribal council. Interesting to see nothing going on back on the beach. Mike, what do you think it means for the Ops tribe tonight?
I mean, I really have no idea because, again, we have, the unnamed alliance of Coster, Leprechaun, and Nicole. That's probably going to stick together. You assume that at least Harry and Old Deuteronomy, Old Dude, are not going to vote against one another. Mm-hmm. So you could look at Milkbag. Milkbag got votes last time, nearly went home. Or perhaps David Boreanaz. Forky caused a lot of controversy to the point where he got pushed out of his previous alliance. Maybe the votes will come his way. I think we're in for another big tribal council here.
Kiva, any guess?
Yeah, I think Forky's in trouble. I think he isolated himself. I don't know if he has any allies. He did vote correctly sort of last time, but I think Forky's in trouble.
All right. We'll see if we stick a fork in him. All right, everybody's going to vote. Leprechaun will not play his idol. First vote. Oh, David Boreanaz.
Uh-oh.
First time we've said his name. Second vote, Milkbag. Milkbag.
Uh-oh.
Milkbag, that's 3. E.
Wow.
3 votes
That's a lot of
Milkbag,
time.
1 for Boreanaz, 1 for E. E.
Oh, that's going to be a blind side.
Milkbag. That's 4 votes for Milkbag, 2 votes for E, 1 vote for David Boreanaz. E.
What is happening? Are we gonna have another tie? No.
Milkbag.
Milkbag
The
is
tribe
out of
has
here.
Spoken.
5-3-1. So still a bit of a scattered vote. Milkbag only goes with 5 votes to its name. I can see a bit of recency bias. I think Akiva, you said, let's bring in Milkbag because it's sort of the wild card, the most recent mention here in the RHAP lore. So I could see that bit of mystery working against it, and it could just never abate the votes.
Yeah. New school.
They didn't see Milkbag's season. You know, it was too new. So they're like, hey, why had this guy get out there? He's the flavor of the month. I remember when that was me.
Okay, let's check out what the votes were. Boreanaz, E, Harry, they all voted for Milkbag. Kevin Costner was a vote for E, as was Leprechaun. And then Milkbag was the sole vote for David Boreanaz. And then Nicole was also voting for E. Old Deuteronomy votes for Milkbag. So this was the controlling vote here. So it was Costner and Nicole and the Leprechaun. They were sort of out on an island voting for E. Meanwhile, the power shifted to Old Deuteronomy, Forky, Boreanaz, E, and Harry. They were the group of 5 that voted out Milkbag.
Yeah,
Harry's looking pretty good right now. I like Harry's position.
I mean, it's one of those things of like, you know, with I keep making Brad Culpepper references here, but you know, 3 does not go into 7 necessarily. That this threesome thought that they had the power, and Kevin Costner's ears perked up when he heard threesome. But I think that the rest of the tribe was
Do
able
we
to
have
sort of,
anything to base that Kevin Costner has threesomes?
listen, if he's doing some elusive things and breaking the sanctity of marriage, like anything goes with Kevin Costner, I suppose.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Let's not draw a line from, adultery to group sex automatically, Mike.
Mhm.
All right. I apologize for drawing a conclusion.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about episode number 4. Any final words about our beloved Milkbag, Akiva?
I don't love his chances of coming back for a future season. We may forget what Milkbag was by the time we get to like RHAP 105.
Yeah.
But, I'm happy he came out.
Yes. Are there any other Canadians still in the game, Akiva?
Oh, good question.
Is Bronson Pinchot a Canadian?
I don't believe so.
Dame Judi Dench, she's from like Montreal, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
don't
she
know.
hails from Nova Scotia.
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Okay. All right. So, Mike, here we go. Episode number 4. Let's see what's going on the beach. Okay. View Alliance still strong on the Stands tribe. The 3-way alliance of Costner, Leprechaun, and Nicole. They're still tight. Harry and Old Deuteronomy. They are still tight. I guess that it seems like they have a final 2 deal. Did they just recruit in David Boreanaz and E and Forky for that vote, Mike?
I mean, it makes sense. You pick up sort of the loose pieces, right? That's something that you did once upon a time. I could see them sort of eyeballing. You know, I think Harry in particular is smart enough to see the power trio that was forming and decided, okay, like, let me make a move here. There's only 9 votes. I can imagine that, you know, Costner, the Leprechaun, and Nicole wanted to make a move against E and said, like, I don't necessarily want that. Let me tell E, grab Boreanaz, grab Forky, even though I will give it to Harry and Old Deuteronomy as well, that Forky forsake them in that first vote, and they were able to bring Forky back over. That's a pretty good move on their part.
Yeah. Akiva, Harry is not known for letting bygones be bygones.
No, he'll get his revenge, Harry.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what's going on at our reward challenge. Our first reward challenge since that first challenge on the beach, Mike.
Yeah, so this is the one where they had to oil themselves up and slide down and grab the balls.
Watch it, Costner.
No, I'm not drawing a line. Not drawing a line here. But It looks like, indeed, the Ops tribe will win a reward here. They're going to win 2 selected items from I'll say the Costco catalog, or save it for IKEA,
Yes.
perhaps.
Originally the Sears catalog, the now defunct Sears catalog, which I was surprised in the year 2010 that there was still a Sears catalog.
I mean, not only that, but wasn't Sears actively putting contestants onto the show? That was like Jimmy T and Ralph and all those people.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our immunity challenge here in episode number 4. And it looks like that the ops are on a hot streak. They will not be going back to tribal council. And the stands will return to tribal council.
Wow, so it's really back and forth here, which is a good game. And look, we still have a lot of the pre-merge to go, but it looks like,
One
an
pre-merge in the season.
Yeah, an interesting vote from the stands. Let's see, where things go. The Gargoyle King has the idol, but has been isolating himself. Could we see our first idol play of the season here?
Okay. Beverly Cleary and the King Cake Baby are going to bond. I mean, I feel like she is a children's author. Does she look at the King Cake Baby, Akiva, as somebody who could be a muse for her?
It's possible. I mean, she could be the King Cake Baby's like great-great-great-grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe she feels some sort of super maternal feeling towards it.
Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on over on the Ops tribe. Not going to tribal council. Okay. What's going on with Kevin Costner and Leprechaun? A little bit of a tiff.
Ooh.
And they're in an alliance together. I don't know. Could it be a love triangle with Nicole?
I don't know.
Fighting over. I wouldn't want to get the Leprechaun too mad, though.
Yeah.
We've seen what he's capable of.
Dangerous player. Okay.
Especially with an idol.
All right. Let's go to tribal council for the stands. They will go down from 9 to 8. The last tribal council, the View Alliance knocked out Craigslist Carl. Mike, do you remember who were the people that voted with Craigslist Carl?
It was Carl's former buddies, the King Cake Baby and Tom Hanks. So we'll see. I'm assuming had you canvassed the tribe right after that, one of them would have gone. But the Gargoyle King has been putting himself on the outs. Maybe Whoopi is seizing an opportunity to get rid of one of her own and perhaps replace that 5th View chair. We shall see.
Yeah. Kiva, is Hanks closing in on an EGOT?
I'm sure he has Emmys from Band of Brothers. He's got an Oscar. He probably has an Emmy from like hosting SNL. He's done it so many times.
Yeah.
Has he done any Broadway? I'm going to check.
So I think that he has gotten a Tony nomination. It looks like in 2013, but I do not believe he has the elusive Tony.
All right. He could work on that. Because you could get as a producer, right? You just like throw money behind whatever.
That's how Whoopi got one of them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what's going to happen here for the Stands tribe as we vote our 4th person out. Let's see if Hanks or the King Cake Baby are the people that are on the block here tonight. All right, castaways will vote. Gargoyle King is going to play the idol.
Ooh, this could be the big plan the King was hoping for.
Okay, which one? Let's see. Gargoyle King will play the idol on himself. Does not count.
Oh, Gargoyle King could have seen this coming.
Gargoyle King, again, does not count.
Do we know if the Gargoyle King has powers where he can literally see things coming?
No, the Gargoyle King was more so like a cult leader masquerading as like a defunct Blair Witch.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep wanting to say Gale King. I think you could spell it the same way. Just take out Argo.
Yeah, you can't spell Gargoyle King without Gale King.
That's right.
We always say.
That's right. Okay. All right. Gargoyle King again. Gargoyle King. That's 4 votes for Gargoyle King.
Gargoyle King. Did Gargoyle King pull a Ben Draberg in here?
Okay. Or a Kelly Wentworth. Gargoyle King does not count. That's 6 votes for Gargoyle King. Gargoyle King.
Oh my God. Who did he vote for? Oh, what a dramatic.
Balky.
Oh.
Balky. No!
Voted out. Okay. Wow.
And when Balky asked, is this really happening? The Gargoyle King looked him in the eye and said, of course it is. Don't be ridiculous.
Don't be ridiculous. Okay. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, who was in on the Gargoyle King scheme here?
Okay. Who voted with the Gargoyle King? Again. Oh, it was Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks and the Gargoyle King. Perfect strangers working together. King Cake Baby even voted out the other king.
What's going on with Hanks here, though? He was technically on the outside of all 2 votes so far. He was able to benefit here from the Gargoyle King playing an idol, but was that purposeful?
Well, this is not Hanks's first time on an island, Mike.
That's very
That's true.
true.
He has
Maybe-
he has a lot of experience.
Maybe he
Yes.
found the Gargoyle King was the closest thing to an inanimate object on this tribe.
Yeah,
and decided
Akiva, are
to-
we concerned
What?
about Hanks and Forky meeting up at the merge?
That is interesting. I hadn't really thought about that. Forky's very dumb, so Hanks is really gonna have to spell it out for Forky. But that is a threat. We haven't seen a King's alliance either, right? Between King Cake Baby and Gargoyle King.
Yeah,
But they did vote to, no,
voting
they did
against
not.
each other.
I mean, listen, you come for the Gargoyle King, you best not miss.
Yeah,
That's right.
Wow. Okay, so Gargoyle King, whether it was all a plan to isolate himself, works to perfection, is able to idle out Balky from the game, and we will see no loved ones visit from cousin Larry.
Oh, darn. Or maybe his wife and child. But no, it's
Mhm.
cousin Larry.
Yeah.
And
All
remind
right.
me, so was Balky part of the View Alliance?
I believe that he was.
Wow. So look at that. Gargoyle King trying to dismantle that alliance because now they're down to 4 in an 8-person tribe. This could
Mhm.
possibly shake things up for those outsiders.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
Really
8
good pre-merge so
versus
far, I
8.
just want to say.
Really good pre-merge. Okay. Right now it's 8 versus 8. Both tribes have lost 2, had some wild tribal councils. Let's see what's going on. Now the view table is down to just 4 seats, Akiva.
Who'd they lose?
Balky.
Oh, right. They lost Balky. They lost the member.
Yeah.
But they, maybe it's better to go into a potential merge with 4 than with 5. I don't know.
I mean,
Easier to
potential merge
corral.
is like 5 episodes from
That's
now.
true. That's true.
Now they're just looking to survive. They
But
just lost one of
they
their
have
tightest
the
people.
numbers. They have the numbers.
No, there's just 4 of them, and then a
4
tribe
out of
of
4
8.
out of 8.
Yeah.
We
I
could be
get
going
it.
with a
Remember that-
deadlocked tie.
Yeah, and then on the
Oh, that
other
would be
side
fun.
is that power duo. Or no, not the. I'm thinking the other tribe. But yeah, I mean they're a little scattered to the winds right now. The Gargoyle King could be amassing his Gargoyle gang here on the stage.
That's what he does. Okay.
Doesn't have an idol though. It's going to be tricky.
Okay, but the idol is up for grabs. If anybody can find it again, it's probably the Gargoyle King. Let's check out the Ops tribe, okay? Same story over there. Harry and Old Deuteronomy. And then the other 3-person alliance of Costner, Lep, and Nicole.
Don't call him Lep.
We called him Lep the whole both times we did the podcast.
That's his nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think he makes Probst call him Lep?
I'm not sure.
Jeff, if you could call me Lep.
Is that his last name?
Talk about Schmergenbrawl, Mike.
Oh, man.
This is one that people have been hurt by before. The Stans tribe, ultimately. You would think that the Ops tribe might have the physical prowess to...
Hell no. Beverly Cleary can drop a bitch.
Yeah. Between Clarence, the Gargoyle King, King Cake Baby. All right. It was the Stans tribe. Did they win Schmergenbrawl?
Yeah. Do you think they get rid of this challenge after this? After the Stans tribe creams the Ops tribe?
Yeah, I would have to think so.
After Harry gets hit by a series of bowling balls that happen to be on the field?
Yeah. They win a trip to a swimming hole and a feast of chocolate. I think I vaguely... Is that when Russell got knighted coach?
Yeah, and that was also the one where Coach tries the funny 115 entry when Coach tries to dive in with an inner tube and like flops over Coach style.
Guys, you're spoiling Chester on Survivor 20.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and see what's going on over at the Immunity Challenge. And at the Immunity Challenge, it is going to be the Stans tribe winning immunity. So now the Stans tribe is heating up.
Wow, we're back and forth. This really is a battle for the ages.
Okay. Let's see what's going on back at the beach after the Stans tribe has won reward and immunity. Whoopi has found the idol.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Welcome to the idol. Welcome to the idol. Welcome to the idol. Welcome to the idol.
Yeah.
Are we rooting for Whoopi? Do you think she's like our...
we stand her.
I'm saying, but is she our number one? Like, is this the person we're really... This is our, like, Tony?
I don't know. I mean, the King Cake Baby was
No.
someone who you formally had to stan previously. You have also verbally declared your standing of the Gargoyle King as well. So it's not like Whoopi's in like unfound territory.
Mm-hmm.
It would be
And-
funny if Nicole wins also. She'd get a lot of crazy tweets about this.
People would be excited. Whoopi is now in a very rare class of having the digot of adding a idol to her hardware.
Is it a daytime idol?
No, it's a daytime.
I mean, did she find it during the day or not?
I don't know. Let's go to the Ops tribe. They'll be heading to Tribal Council tonight. Leprechaun has the idol, and no other idols were hidden. Okay,
and nothing's going on here. Yeah, so this is interesting though, because let's remember. So last time there was that triumvirate of Kevin Costner, the Leprechaun, Lep, and Nicole. They got outfoxed by Harry and Old Deuteronomy bringing together these outsiders. The question is, could those five still work together, or is everything just back to where it was beforehand? And in that case, then these three really do hold the power.
Yeah, I wonder if Lep will play his idol tonight, Akiva.
I would always be nervous going to any tribal where I had an idol to not play and be voted out with it. So if I was Lep, I'd vote. I would probably murder less, but I would use the idol here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what happens. Nicole or Kevin Costner could be on the hot seat at that point, or maybe a successful idol play from Lep. Let's see. Everybody's going to vote. Leprechaun is not going to play his idol, Mike.
Sitting on it.
Very confident.
Okay. All right. You got to trick him if you want to beat the Leprechaun. Let's see if it works in this case. All right. First vote, E. David Boreanaz. David Boreanaz. E, that's 2 votes E, 2 votes Boreanaz. E, that's 6 votes Boreanaz, and E, the tribe is spoken. So
close
5 votes for E,
3.
3 votes for Boreanaz. Interesting that the votes went against 2 of the people that were in that voting block of 5 from last tribal council. Let's see
Nicole
what
might be running this game.
Hmm.
Her whole alliance did not get any votes at this tribal.
Okay, David Boreanaz voted for E. E voted for David Boreanaz. Okay,
Makes
that
sense,
much
man.
was certain. Harry
Oh,
voted for Boreanaz.
Yeah, it looks like Harry and Old Deuteronomy voted with E against David Boreanaz. They could take him out, but no, it once again came down to that I will not say threesome. That trio,
3-person alliance.
That lovely 3-person platonic alliance, and they decided to swing David Boreanaz and Forky, who has just been going back and forth this entire time, to send out E. Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay, so it was Boreanaz.
Is Forky the mastermind?
Forky. I don't know. They look like the stragglers. They're basically doing like the pendulum strategy.
Yeah, but Forky's voted correctly every time now.
Yeah, Forky's really been one of the determining votes on basically every tribal council so far. Because also, if Forky votes for Boreanaz, that's a tie. That's 4-4.
Mm-hmm. Fork.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, you guys are probably celebrating, right, when you see this result, considering how much you disliked E. He can now. You think he's going to plug Vinny Chase at the reunion show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they'll talk to him in the audience if he's there. Right, Akiva?
Yeah, I feel like they much like a Jimmy Johnson and Terry Bradshaw.
Jeff's not going to miss that.
I think Vinny misses it, and I think Turtle is like his person in the audience. I think Vinny no-shows the finale.
Yeah, that E's like calling him on the cell phone from the green room, like, "Hey, Vinny, you said you were going to be here." Like, "Oh man, I had a thing."
Yeah, but he's with a girl.
Yeah, I had to stop by the Standard real quick. Okay.
Do you think E's jealous of the 3-way alliance?
No, it's plutonic. Mike.
I think he just sees 3 people in once and wishes that he could be part of that. And now he definitely wishes so, considering that would be his protection before he left the game here in, 16th place or so? Yes,
I believe so. All right. Let's go to our tribal council.
This is a double tribal council episode.
Okay. All right. Oh, this is going to be 2 people are going home in this episode. So let's find out.
Definitively 1 Stan and 1 Op are going to be going here.
Okay. Both tribes are going to tribal council. All right. We know the View Alliance, Beverly Cleary, the Fuzzy Green Bra, very under the radar.
Under the wire.
Yes. Clarence and Whoopi Goldberg. Clarence has also been quiet.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
I think he realized the way he really stuck out in Africa and realizes like that's how you can very easily lose the game. So I think he's just sort of like sticking under Whoopi's guidance here.
Okay. All right. Then over on the Ops tribe, same old alliances. Okay. All right. Clarence and Harry have both won individual immunity, 1 Stan and 1 Op. They cannot be voted out tonight at this double tribal council.
Well, good for Harry. He was left out of that. He was on the minority of that vote last time, so that at least protects him. I don't know about old Dude, if that means his partner might be going here, but we just talked about how Clarence might have prevented a win from someone who might be a little bit more threatening, which is good for his alliance.
Okay, let's go to our reward challenge. Okay. In the reward challenge, stands win reward.
So this was when the two winners compete against each other. If you remember, it was Rob versus Candace. In this case, Clarence faces off against Harry. No surprise, the Stands tribe is going to, I believe, go to tribal council first. So then they will then get to feast on steaks and sausages as they watch the Ops tribal council happen.
Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on. Whoopi has the Stands tribe idol. No other idol is hidden at the Ops tribe. Okay, Leprechaun has the idol, but what's going on with Forky? He is becoming appreciated suddenly around the camp, Akiva.
I wonder what he's doing to do that.
Yeah.
Taking out the trash.
Yeah. Is that what he's doing? Okay. All right. Tribal Council number 1. All right. The Stands go first.
So this is an interesting situation, right? The last time the Gargoyle King idled out Balky, whittling down the View Alliance to only 4. We could be facing a 4-4 tie here, but Whoopi does have an idol. So there could be a lot of stuff happening during this tribal council. It's very much like I would say this is the more interesting vote, in my opinion, of the two tribes, much like the villains were in the actual season.
All right. Let's see what we have here. Akiva, you have a prediction?
Ooh, I think with no idol, I think everyone turns on the Gargoyle King. That's what they should do. I don't know if that's what they will do.
Everybody wanted the Gargoyle King out last time. Let's see if the Gargoyle has anything else up his sleeve. Okay. Whoopi will not play the Stands tribe idol. First of all, Fuzzy Bra.
No!
Gargoyle King. Gargoyle King.
Oh, Akiva could be right.
Gargoyle King. Long may he reign, the Gargoyle King. I thought that was enough to do it. That's 4 votes for the Gargoyle King. Fuzzy Bra, Gargoyle King, the tribe.
There we go. Okay, so
6-2.
Yeah, 1 voted with the Gargoyle King. I'm going to assume it's Tom Hanks without even looking at it.
Let's see how everybody voted. Yeah, everybody votes the Gargoyle King. Gargoyle King votes for the Fuzzy Bra, and
freaking Tom Hanks voted for the bra.
He's in big trouble, Tom Hanks, at the next tribal.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, Gargoyle King was his bosom buddy voting against the bra.
Yes.
And Tom Hanks literally voted for a bosom. So that just confuses things entirely. Unfortunately, the Gargoyle King, he will no longer reign. We will not be blessed with his darkness or gifted with his flight. And I am reading from the poem that apparently all members of the Gargoyle King will read. I can imagine the Gargoyle Gang also not very happy with this outcome. It's not going to be as much of a meltdown as the Boreanaz stands, but probably something close to it and definitely more dangerous.
We still stand the now and future king, Gargoyle.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Let's go to our second tribal council of the night.
Okay.
The Ops tribe. They're going to go down from 7 to 6.
So Leprechaun has an idol. Harry has immunity. So it could be, old Deuteronomy could be in some trouble here.
All right. Let's see if Nicole, Kevin Costner, the Leprechaun, Boreanaz, and Forky can stick together here against Harry and old Deuteronomy. All right. Leprechaun is going to play the idol on Nicole. Oh, this is shades of the villains tribe.
Wow.
This is shades of Russell playing the idol on Parvati here. Let's see if it works.
I'm not finished playing just yet.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe the Leprechaun might have told Harry to vote a different way?
Yeah. No, I think Forky's more so the Tyson here, right? The more likely to flip.
All right. Nicole cannot be voted for. All right. Or she can be voted for, but they will not count. Nicole does not count. Wow.
Wow.
Old Deuteronomy. David Boreanaz.
Oh, man. These guys are just what a drama-filled tribe.
David Boreanaz. That's 2 votes Boreanaz. 1 vote Old Deuteronomy. David Boreanaz. David Boreanaz, the tribe has spoken, and Leprechaun wasted his idol on Nicole.
Wow. So I think that I would assume that Harry and old Dude were able to trick Lep to play that idol on Nicole.
Yep. Okay. David Boreanaz voted for old Deuteronomy. Harry votes for Boreanaz. Listen, look at this. Harry ends up voting with Boreanaz, as does old Deuteronomy.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like, and of course,
So
Forky
and
casting-
Boreanaz, they were left out in the cold.
Do you think Forky is sort of like the Dreams role at this point, where like let's not let Forky in on the plan because he's going to flip? So like they told Forky a fake name just to throw a vote out to Nicole.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like our two major sort of coalitions on the Ops tribe have come together for a vote.
Yeah. I really think Old Deuteronomy and Harry are playing the best game. This was, I think, smart for them to get on board with the rather than they knew they couldn't work with Forky and Boreanaz.
But they're gonna have to flip at some point because they're a 2 into a 3.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just waiting for the merge at this point. Hopefully they either win out or enough people get winnowed down.
Yeah, well, they could get Forky out at the next one.
Yeah, Leprechaun, so overprotective of Nicole. He heard Forky just say her name, and that was it.
Is Forky his Jennifer Aniston?
Rob could never.
Yeah, maybe. Episode 7. All right, here we are. We're down to 7 versus 6. 13 people left in the game.
This is the last pre-jury episode, I believe, before the jury begins.
All right.
Before the Supreme Court of Survivor Stands versus Ops begins.
Okay. So we will send, somebody will go on the jury, right?
Yes, but may not meet the people they're voting for at Final Tribal.
Yes, right? Like this is like the coach spot, Mike?
Yeah, so after this, the two tribal councils before the merge. This is the last person going pre-jury.
Last person pre-jury, but we have one more vote before we get to the merge. So this one and the next one before the merge. Got it. Okay. All right. View Tribe or the View Alliance, they are still going strong. They have the numbers right now in this 7-person tribe. Beverly Cleary, the Bra, Clarence Black, and Whoopi Goldberg. Hanks is on the hot seat, certainly. Then over on the Ops tribe, we have our 2 alliances of Harry and Old Deuteronomy, Costner, Leprechaun, and Nicole, but they are working together. They voted together against David Boreanaz at the last vote. Let's go to our reward. And our reward, Basket Brawl, the Stands win a reward challenge.
Yeah, the Stands, except for that first challenge, they've been pretty good at like the physical domination, right? So it makes sense that it's going to be par for the course here. They win a trip to a waterfall.
Nice. Okay, let's get to our immunity challenge. In our immunity challenge, the Ops tribe is going to win immunity. We're going to send the Stands back to Tribal Council, and we will be evened up 6-6.
Wow, I'm nervous. I really want the Stands to win. I really want that veto back.
Right. Okay. Let's go to what's going on the beach. Okay, nothing doing over on the Stand tribe.
But on the Ops tribe, there's an idol that the Leprechaun had, and Kevin Costner, keeping it in the family at least, has found the idol.
Can Nicole get a second fella to play an idol for her?
Oh boy.
Platonically.
Yes. Then the Leprechaun has isolated himself from the rest of the tribe. Do you think that, Mike, he is beating himself up after that bad idol play from last night?
Completely. I think Leprechaun is definitely somebody who felt like he was in a position of power, I was tricking everybody, and now I'm the one with my pants down. And listen, platonically, and everyone has now sort of made him for the fool that he is, and now he didn't even find the idol either. I can imagine Kevin keeps this a secret from him as well to sort of keep it close to the vest. So Lep is not in a great spot right now.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move to our tribal council for the Stands. Okay. Here we go. Stands tribe are back at Tribal Council. The View Alliance is locked in. Tom Hanks going home. Definitely Akiva.
I can't imagine who's got the idol. Whoopi.
Whoopi has the idol. Could be Hanks or could be the King Cake Baby.
Yeah, you don't want Hanks floating around. He could easily flip to the other tribe, which might be, very close to.
What's been going on with LD? He's a former renowned Survivor champ.
He's so quiet.
What a great job by Larry David to be under
that is
the radar.
Very anti-Larry David for him to keep his mouth shut for 3 weeks at this point.
A Tony-esque Winners at War game where everybody thought he was going to come in and get on everybody's nerves, and he has been as quiet as a mouse.
I think the best possible story is LD winning back-to-back, or maybe a 104-year-old winner in Beverly Cleary.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Whoopi will not play the idol. All right.
She feels
first
confident.
Vote, Fuzzy Green Bra. Again.
I feel like the person with the first vote on Brand Steel usually doesn't go home.
Fuzzy Green Bra.
Maybe I'm wrong.
LD.
Oh no.
We jinxed
LD.
No.
No.
LD.
Oh no.
LD, the tribe has spoken.
All right,
That's why he was so quiet this
And
season. 'cause
who
he
wants
doesn't
to
win.
guess who voted with Larry David?
Okay. Do you think it was Hanks? Do you
I think
Hanks?
it's gotta be Tom Hanks.
Do you think that they were
how-
like,
but how does he
oh,
avoid this?
we almost were going to forget about LD, and then we're almost at the merge?
I think Hanks could have potentially thrown LD under the bus.
Yeah.
Can't let LD make the merge. That's what everyone
Okay.
always says.
Yep. It was the View Alliance and
It's
Larry.
freaking Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks voted for the.
Tom Hanks is going to vote wrong 10 times and then win.
No, Tom Hanks has voted wrong. I think the tribe has been to 4 tribal councils, and Tom Hanks has voted in the minority every single time.
And he's
That's
still
why
here.
him and Forky are bound to be alliance mates.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Stan's
I can't
tribe
believe
has
we
6.
lost LD.
Ops tribe has 6. Down
Yeah,
to
so
the
we're
final
going to
12.
see a new Renat Brant Steele winner here, no matter what.
Yes.
All right. Any final thoughts for Larry David?
Larry David Twine was not meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him though in Brand Steel Winners at War when that happens. He'll be there.
Okay. All right. Can I make a suggestion for a TikTok of us talking about Larry David's great game to have him voted out at that tribal council? Probably too
Yeah.
long for a TikTok.
No, I
Well,
think we
Nicole
can
could do it.
fill the
Yeah.
screen with text, Nicole.
Okay. All right. And then the Curb Your Enthusiasm music rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's go to our alliances here.
So this is going to be our jury in our final 3 as well. So we better get a good look at them.
Beverly Cleary, The Bra, Clarence, and Whoopi. They have been working together since the get-go. They lost Balky.
What do you think about so the Bra has been the one that has been receiving votes against this
too
alliance?
flashy. Too flashy.
Yeah.
Definitely drawing the most attention, I would say.
I mean, yeah.
Do you remember how much the bra cost?
I think it was like it was relatively cheap. I think
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was like $1,000 just because like why was it there? But it was like $40 or $35 or something.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and then we have Harry and Old Deuteronomy. Oh, now this alliance is down to just a twosome.
Oh no,
And
Rob!
Costner
How
and
did,
Nicole.
Rob, this is not looking good.
I felt like Leprechaun was at least a buffer there.
It was a buffer. He gave him
He's
A
was
little
too
Irish
gross.
buffer.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Oh boy.
it's nerve wracking.
Yeah.
People are like, "Hey, Rob's never missed a podcast before. His consecutive podcast streak is in jeopardy."
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, I had an electrical outage at my house, so I couldn't record this week's Survivor Know-It-Alls.
All right. Let's go to our coconut bowling, Mike.
Oh, it looks like because it's not physical, the Ops tribe is able to prevail here. I mean, Old Deuteronomy does have cat-like accuracy, and so I think that probably helps a bit. They win a coffee bar with cookies, croissants, and brownies.
Yes. Okay.
A lot of like dairy pastry type rewards.
I know,
this season.
milk bag is shook.
Yeah, if Milkbag was here, it would be the second reward he was like actively trying to lose.
All right, let's go to our immunity challenge. Who's going to go into the merge with the numbers? This is a huge immunity challenge at 6-6. Let's see. It is going to be the Stans who win immunity, and they will go into the merge with the numbers.
Potentially, we actually do have one more vote after this, so it could be. But they're on a good streak so far.
Okay.
What a
Ops are
weird
going out to
thing that
5.
they merge at 10. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Okay. All right. Let's go to our tribal events. All right. Whoopi has the idol, and
What's going on? What's going on? Oh,
Oh,
the View
the-
Alliance is now a very weak alliance.
Very weak
That's the wrong
alliance.
time for this.
Okay. Yeah. Some. What has happened here, Akiva?
I don't know. It's crazy. I think like this means that post merge it's going to be complete chaos. We might see completely new alliances.
I personally think that Tom Hanks was the matter for discussion, and I think much like the View, there were very different opinions on it. And I think
Maybe
that's
they
what
realized they
weakened
made a
alliance.
mistake. It's not fun anymore with LD gone. They realized they should have just gone for Hanks.
They blew it. Okay. Let's go over to the Ops tribe and see what's going on. Something going on with Costner and Harry. They bonded a lot. Interesting.
Okay.
Well, you
All
know,
right.
Harry once upon a time masqueraded as a police officer. Kevin Costner was famously a postman. Maybe they bond over being like faulty government workers.
Reach in a duo, so they can control the vote now if they stick togesder.
Yeah, they could have a double date alliance going on here, platonically.
Okay, that's to make no mistake about that, Mike. Have Pesci and Costner ever worked together before?
I don't know. Is there like a file photo like we found of
I think
Whoopi and
Pesci
Hanks?
is in JFK, right? They're both in
Pesci's in
JFK.
JFK?
I think so.
Now we gotta look this up. I think you're right.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Yeah. He's
He plays mob boss Russell Buffalino.
okay. There you go.
Oh, isn't he in the what's it called movie also?
What movie?
He's in the new Scorsese movie, that means.
The Irishman?
Isn't Russell Buffalino like one of the main guys in The Irishman?
Maybe I was looking. I think at a thing about.
No, I know. I'm just saying that.
There's actually an
real
article.
character.
The Joe Pesci role that links The Irishman and JFK.
Okay.
There's a new MCU happening with crime.
Yeah.
All right. Ops Tribe is back to Tribal Council. So we have Leprechaun, Costner, and Nicole. They've worked together in the past. Costner and Harry have a relationship. I think the Forky could be done here.
Could be done. Old dude should what? I guess. I mean, Leprechaun just left a major alliance. Does that make him vulnerable? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, the thing though is, do you think Nicole would turn on Lep after Lep, granted it was like sort of a faulty play, but like pretty like stuck his little neck out there playing that idol for Nicole last
Forky
time.
is such a wild card. You got to get rid of him before the merge.
Yeah, he could go crazy at the merge, or he could be a Shambo and just vote for the wrong person.
Okay, let's see. Kevin Costner will not play the idol. Let's see our votes here. Lep.
Mm-hmm.
Forky.
Mm.
Forky. Leprechaun.
Oh boy.
Tied. Forky. And
Whoa, we're tied.
Oh
my
we are
God.
tied. Wow. Okay.
Second tie pre-merge for this Ops Tribe.
This is maybe the messiest tribe in history.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense. These are all the people you hate.
Yeah.
Who do you think were the 3 votes for the Leprechaun, Mike?
So I can imagine that obviously Forky voted for it. Honestly, it's that these two voted for each other, and then the 2 pairs I think split up.
They have to have split, even though they did bond, unless something crazy happened.
I could see Costner and Nicole voting with the Leprechaun, right? Like we saw King Cake Baby and Hanks didn't work with Gargoyle King, but like
Costner and Nicole and Leprechaun voted for Forky,
yes, and Forky old dude.
Yeah. All right.
And Harry voted for the Lep.
Let's see what happens.
Will anyone flip?
I would imagine so, considering what happened last time.
First vote, Leprechaun. Forky. Forky.
Oh my God, we're going to rocks.
Are we going to rocks?
We're going to the wheel. We're going to the wheel.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So in this scenario, Mike, talk us through here. So Forky and Leprechaun will be immune from the vote. This is pre-merge. So all 4 of our combatants here, Old Deuteronomy, Harry, Nicole, and Kevin Costner will reach into the bag.
That's exactly it. For the sake of Renap, we'll say we'll put their names up on the wheel. And the wheel.
Who do we want to draw the bad rock?
Old Deuteronomy.
Yeah, Old Deuteronomy, not adding much. I agree. But Costner also would make your life easier if Costner pulls.
Okay. All right. So now there is still a tie after the revote. Therefore,
I cannot believe we're drawing a rock pre-merge.
It's crazy. Have you ever drawn rocks on a brand steel before?
Sure,
yeah, in the first boot one, I remember that we drew rocks 2 times, and I believe actually we might see a case with Costner here where we saw a contestant previously force a deadlock tie and go home with an idol in their pocket. So Costner might do the same thing.
I'm sweating here.
All right. Let's see what happens. Whoever draws the purple rock, they will leave.
The color purple rock.
Old Deuteronomy, the tribe has spoken.
Wow.
Collins.
In your
damage.
face.
Yeah. You know
Old
what?
Deuteronomy is not the jellicle choice from the wheel. It rises in a chandelier in a hot air balloon.
He's all alone at tribal council. Old Deuteronomy's leaving after drawing the rock. Oh, so sweet, Akiva.
Don't have to double it up, and now all of 6 in 11 chance of us getting our best friend's veto.
I will
back.
say though, Old Dude, first member of the jury, the 4 cat of the jury.
Yeah. But that's probably a good thing because there wasn't so much bad blood. That's probably a good thing for the Ops Tribe to have somebody really be the jury foreman.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody makes.
Well, let's see how they voted. Let's see. Did Old Dude possibly? I mean, obviously she brought this upon herself by not flipping, but yeah, it looks
very conveniently like the worst TV person, just like in the last time rocks were drawn. Goes home.
Yeah, the kitty. She's the Kitty Collins to the Katie
Kitty,
Collins.
that's pretty good. The Kitty Collins.
Okay, all right. Harry voted for Leprechaun.
Yeah, so this we were right here. Yeah, it looks like Nicole and Coster, their alliance with the Leprechaun prevailed here in the wheel spin. So maybe if the ops go to tribal council again, then they will prevail here and hopefully take out one of Forky or Harry, who is now without a partner.
Yeah, I will say the brand steel's been very true to form so far. Like they're telling a cohesive story. Like the alliances are sticking together.
Yeah, that's why
Sometimes
I like
there's some
Heroes
crazy
versus
votes.
Villains. Just as a season, I feel like no swap. I feel like we're really seeing
No
this
swappy
group
doodles.
play out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No swappy doodles.
Stands have 6 members. The Ops tribe has 5. Let's see how this goes. If we will go into a merge, potentially 5-5. All right. All right. We have the View Alliance. It is weak, but it still exists.
It's the only one on the tribe.
Nicole and Kevin Costner down to the only alliance
Oh, yeah, I
left.
guess that makes sense. I was going to say, I assumed that obviously Harry and Old Dude broke up because Old Dude's gone.
Okay.
No, they're going on vacation after the season.
All right. We have our reward challenge. And here, this group, which
The
is
Ops
Tribe, they are winning all-you-can-eat Outback Steakhouse.
So
Okay.
this is definitely, I'm trying to think, what's a restaurant that you guys, all you can eat Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins is a Robin Akiva restaurant?
I mean, it's a RHAP adjacent, right? You did the Baskin Robbins, or the Ben, was it
No,
Ben,
Ben and
Ben
Jerry's.
Jerry's?
Ben and
Ben and
Jerry's.
Jerry's.
Yeah.
Okay. All you can eat Ben and Jerry's, continuing on with the dairy line of products.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. There we go. Let's go to our immunity
A
challenge.
must
here.
win for the Ops tribe.
Okay. And the Ops
And they
tribe
win!
gets it. Okay. They will go into the merge 5 strong. The Stands tribe will have one last tribal council to get through before we get to the merge.
Not looking good to be Tom Hanks right now.
No, wouldn't want to
Back-
be Tom Hanks right now.
On the beach, nothing doing. Whoopi has the idol. On the Ops tribe, the Leprechaun's behavior is rubbing the tribe the wrong way.
Sounds right.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. He's celebrating the fact that he, was able to trick those.
You could get me.
Exactly. And he didn't even have to go to Vegas or into space to get his revenge there. So it's clear he's being a bit celebratory, but he should be celebrating. He made the merge after nearly going last time.
All right. Let's go to our tribal council for the Stands tribe. Hanks is in trouble. You in danger, girl. Okay.
Is that what Whoopi tells them before the vote?
Yes. King Cake Baby, very quiet also. Last time everybody thought was looking Hanks, they voted LD. I wonder if they could do the same thing to the King Cake Baby.
Yeah, I think the King Cake Baby is definitely the sort of alternate boot option here.
Okay. We think it'll be 4-2 for Hanks, but let's find out. Okay. Whoopi will not play her idol. Okay. Hanks. But he is the first vote, Akiva.
Yeah.
Hanks. So he's the second vote, too. Fuzzy Bra. Hanks. That's 3 for Hanks. Clarence. Well,
Wow.
that's basically the tribe has spoken for Hanks now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Hanks,
Poor job by Robin Akiva
Bad
of putting
stack. Bad stack. Okay.
Yeah, stack
4
in there.
votes for Hanks, 1 vote for the Bra, 1 vote for Clarence. Tom Hanks.
Wow, so King Cake Baby was not brought in on the plan to vote out Tom Hanks. Maybe they thought that that Hanks possibly had an idol and wanted to throw a vote somebody else's way. King Cake Baby struck against the View Alliance here.
Yeah, he voted for the Bra. Hanks voted for Clarence. The View Alliance voted for Hanks.
King Cake Baby a major flipping option, I think, at the merge now.
Yeah. Okay, but so it's
pretty
Forky.
crazy to pretty crazy to say here. So the Stands tribe went to 5 votes this pre-merge. Tom Hanks leaves the game, never voting in the majority.
Yep.
We will see how that carries over as a possible juror.
Yeah. It was a Forrest Gump-like journey to this point here for Tom Hanks, Mike.
He had to just keep running, and he was able to evade votes for a long time, but eventually he sort of stopped short, lost his legs in a manner of speaking, and is now going to Ponderosa to hang out with Old Dude.
Okay. Let's get to our merge, our final 10. It is Beverly Cleary, who has been very quiet other than a bond with the King Cake Baby. Clarence has not done much other than winning immunity back in the individual challenge. The Fuzzy Green Bra has gotten votes. King Cake Baby's been quiet. The Whoopster has an idol. On the Ops tribe, Harry has been very active. Kevin Costner is working very closely with my wife, and I really don't like it still. Leprechaun.
And has an idol.
Leprechaun is the real wild card coming in, and so is Forky, another person who could go any direction here at the merge, Akiva.
Yeah, I'd say who has no chance to win of these 10 people? I'd say I don't love the Fuzzy Green Bra's chances. I don't love Forky's chances, but
Beverly Cleary would be the worst winner. She hasn't done anything.
I would agree, but it's a good story to have 140-year-old.
There's a respect to her, you know.
We gotta vote her out. She'll get all the jury votes.
There would be like Yas Queens all over Twitter. Yes. Imagine what like Michelle gets multiplied by 100 for Beverly.
All right, but imagine the response if Clarence won. I think that he would he would stan us, right?
No, he'd block us both probably.
Stan us.
He might send us a bill.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll see. Mike, do you think that maybe either Kevin Costner might send his idol to somebody over on the Stan's tribe, or could Whoopi maybe send her idol to Forky, thinking that maybe there's an alliance that maybe they could join up at the merge?
Well, I could see, again, Kevin Costner was the postman. I could see him hand-delivering a note over to the King Cake Baby, being like, I saw that Tom Hanks was voted out. Here's my idol. Make sure you play it and vote out Whoopi, not knowing that Whoopi herself has an idol. Like, Kevin Costner is a director. He's there to see everything in front of him and not necessarily realizing the blind spot that he has. But it's interesting. Much like, you know, the real heroes versus villains, we're going in 5-5, but there are definitive, you know, powers at the top of each that might involve some shaking up and cross-tribal alliances, hopefully.
Okay. Let's see what's going on. All right. Here we are on the Francesca tribe. Is that what we're going with? Francesca tribe?
The Francesa tribe, the Mike Francesa.
Yes. Why? He's because we stand him?
Yeah, I would imagine so. I think he's talked about a lot from you both. So I think it makes sense that if we're trying to pick a sort of like tribal-like word, I mean, I was going to not go with the Stops tribe, since I know you hate portmanteaus, Rob. I thought it'd be nice to reference Mike and the Mad Dog here.
Okay.
Yeah, we like it.
Okay. All right. Let's go to...
Mike, over under half an episode of Survivor Mike has watched. Probably the first season.
Yeah, I checked it out.
Well, do you think you watched when Jeff Kent was on? Do you think you watched?
No,
I don't think so. No,
I don't think so. I think he probably thought it was stupid.
If the Mink Man was on, then he'd watch it.
Maybe. All right. Let's go to our tribal alliances. Will the merge shake up the alliances? All right. We have The View. We have Costner and Nicole. Then, look at this. Okay. We have the original Stance tribe and the original Ops tribe as alliance units also. So really,
okay, wow.
But everyone's sort of at like a 5 or a 4. Like it's medium level. So it doesn't seem like everyone
potentially go to another.
That'd be crazy.
Vote.
Or have like a real idol, extravaganza at this tribal.
Okay. All right, an old school showdown. All right, immunity challenge is get a grip, and Costner has one individual immunity.
That makes sense. He's used to playing catch with his ghost dad. He's got a good grip on the ball. He's got a good grip on the pole to hang on to it.
Easy. All right.
He has the idol and the immunity idol.
He could potentially listen. This guy was in a movie called The Bodyguard. I would not be surprised if he played his idol on Nicole to be her bodyguard.
Yeah.
Bodyguard alliance. All right. Let's go to back on the beach. Kevin Costner has his idol. Whoopi has her idol. No one has found. There's another idol.
I believe actually once these are expended, then they'll hide the Francesa tribe idol.
Okay. Meanwhile, King Cake Baby and Leprechaun are having a fight. What could they fight over, Akiva?
I think it's just a personality clash.
A wee little lad, aren't you?
Yeah, they're both creepy AF, and I think they're trying to jockey for position here.
Okay. Let's go to Tribal Council. Looking like a 5-5 vote here.
I don't know. Anything can happen here. Like, the View Alliance could very well... I mean, Forky flip. The View Alliance could break apart for all we know if some of them get a better offer.
To go where? I mean, who are the flip candidates? Forky could flip. King Cake Baby could flip.
Yeah. I mean, Leprechaun, even though the Bodyguard Alliance protected Leprechaun, I could see Lep flipping as well. Lep seems like that type of character.
He's a mischief maker. Let's see what happens.
Harry could flip.
Okay, let's see if the idols come out. All right. Whoopi will not play her idol. Kevin Costner does not play his idol. Let's see.
Wow.
10 votes coming in. First vote, King Cake Baby. King Cake Baby. Fuzzy Green Bra.
Oh.
Fuzzy Green Bra.
The
Okay,
stands
so
have turned
so
on each
far,
other.
yeah, all the votes are coming in on the stands.
Interesting.
Fuzzy Green Bra. King Cake Baby, we're tied.
Oh man, the ops are just running
Fuzzy
circles.
Green Bra.
What is happening?
Fuzzy Green Bra, that's 5 votes for the Fuzzy Green Bra. Fuzzy Green Bra, the tribe has spoken. 7 votes in total.
Wow,
for
wait,
the
so that
Fuzzy
means
Green
only
Bra.
3 votes for the King Cake Baby. Someone turn on that View Alliance, Rob.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see.
I'm fine losing the Fuzzy Green Bra, but I think
it was a silly decision though.
Beverly Cleary and Clarence, and I'm going to guess Whoopi also was the other vote. No, Marv. I'm sorry, Harry. He does look like a Marv. That he voted for the bra. Meanwhile, the bra votes for the King Cake Baby.
Kevin
Costner.
and did Nicole vote for the King Cake Baby? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Interesting. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of cross-tribal stuff going on here. So Kevin Costner and Nicole were eyeing to bring over that King Cake Baby. Maybe indeed that Postman thing worked out, right? Where maybe Costner offered the idol to King Cake Baby to vote with them.
And I really don't like that now. Kevin Costner and Nicole, the one ally they had was the fuzzy green bra that they wanted to bring that into this relationship.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
But
I don't like this.
It's a platonic gift. But it looks like everybody else, including maybe they heard that like the bra was consorting with people from the Ops tribe, and so Whoopi decided to make a decision on behalf of her fellow View cast members to be like, it's finally time to get rid of the bra. I don't know. I don't think it's a good decision because the bra was soaking up a lot of votes for that alliance. Like it seems like the bottom of the totem pole is now gone, and that opens them up.
Yeah, I think the ops are just going to run the floor on the stands here. They're just much.
But look, the ops voted in different directions. Nicole and Costner voted for the King Cake Baby.
They voted
the other
against.
ops voted for the bra.
Yeah. Mike, do you think it was a bad move for Costner to win the first individual immunity? That comes in with maybe a perceived as a couple, even though it's a platonic relationship. Then he also wins the first immunity challenge. Maybe just coming across as too threatening.
Yeah, I could see something of like that. Well, Costner and Nicole think they're ruling the roost here, but we'll show them one. We'll vote out their bra friend. And it looks like the fuzzy green bra becomes the first person out at the merge here, and things still look as messy as ever. Forky is living in the trash right now.
Okay. Let's go to our final 9 and see what's going on. All right. Let's see our alliances. The View Alliance is down to 3.
But I cannot believe they cannibalized their own. That is still like outrageous to me.
Hey, they cannibalized their own, but they picked up a couple of people in Harry and Forky to vote with them. So they got the job done. Let's see. Let's go to our next challenge, a reward challenge.
Oh, yes. I believe they're divided into groups of 3. And
Survivor
best
Shuffleboard.
Platonic date ever. Nicole and Kevin Costner are joined by Beverly Cleary.
And what's the reward? What's the reward?
They're going to go see National Treasure out of the crappy movie diaper as they go to Robert Louis Stevenson's home. Or I guess the home of George Washington to watch National Treasure.
They go to Robert Louis Stevenson's house and they watch a movie.
Yeah. Let's pay attention to the movie, everybody.
Beverly Cleary is very clearly laying between the two, right?
Yeah. I'd say she falls asleep at like 6:45.
She's a night owl.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All right, let's go to our immunity challenge. Nicole has won immunity.
Oh, wow. This is a power alliance.
And so, how do you think Nicole would legitimately do in this challenge, Rob? The one where you have to stack the house of cards.
Yeah, this is kind of like a height bias challenge. I feel like you want to have like a long reach. So I feel like that this is not her strong suit. I've seen her try to reach things on like high shelves. I don't think it's her challenge.
I mean, she did better than the mascot and Whoopi Goldberg. So it's not, the peak of athleticism. But maybe that's also why her and Costner are like kicking butt here, is because it's a bit of a low bar.
Okay, she has the idol. Costner has the hidden immunity idol.
That's true.
that they could both be safe if they played their House of Cards right.
And they were left out of the last vote as well.
Yes. Okay. They are up against it here. So let's see how this shakes out. Meanwhile, Kevin Costner and Whoopi, they have their idols. Whoopi has isolated herself from the rest of the tribe. Nobody wants to align with her. What happened, Akiva?
I don't know. This is strange. I'm telling you, this Stan's alliance, the whole Stan's tribe is just falling apart here.
Is she trying to pull a Gargoyle King, though? Is she trying to draw the votes onto her so she could play the idol and determine who she wants out?
I don't know. I think she's probably just upset about this View alliance. They were also tight. They voted out the Green Bra.
She should be used to a lot of turnover in her View alliance, though.
All right. So let's see. Well, let's go to Tribal Council, find out what's going to happen. All right, Mike, any other thoughts before we get to Tribal?
You have to imagine Whoopi plays the idol if she's feeling isolated, right? And I wonder if that's going to prompt Costner to play his idol.
I don't think she'll play the idol. Let's see. All right. Everybody's going to vote. Whoopi does not play her idol. Costner does not play the Ops tribe idol. That could be a mistake. Let's see. I'd love to see that smug look on his face. He gets voted out with an idol.
That Kevin Robert Costner.
All right. King Cake Baby, first vote. King Cake Baby. Lep.
Interesting.
King Cake Baby. Leprechaun. King Cake Baby. That's 4 votes for King Cake Baby, 2 votes for Leprechaun. Leprechaun.
Wow, what is happening?
King Cake Baby, the tribe has spoken.
6-3. Could it be possible that Nicole and Costner were trying to work their magic once more by voting with the King Cake Baby, only to have yet another option cut off here?
This wee island isn't big enough for the both of us.
I think, King Cake Baby had a decent showing here, though. I'm fine with.
Okay, but no, it looks like maybe it was the View that voted against the Leprechaun.
Oh,
so yes, it looks like Beverly Cleary and Clarence voted for the Leprechaun.
What about Whoopi?
I think Whoopi voted. I think Whoopi went against her View alliance.
Wow.
Yeah, Forky, Whoopi, Nicole, Costner.
Wait a minute.
Harry.
Wait.
So Whoopi's with the ops now?
Whoopi joined the ops.
Wow.
You can't spell op without Whoopi.
Yeah, Whoopi
or vice
flipped.
versa.
Whoopi flipped. Okay.
Wow. Whoopi Goldberg making the ultimate heel turn here on Stans versus Ops, flipping on her former alliance, not necessarily voting out Beverly Cleary or Clarence here. Beverly Clarely, I guess would be their ship name, but gunning for a fellow Stan in the King Cake Baby.
Well, Beverly Cleary, we know she had a good relationship with the King Cake Baby from earlier, and then her ride or die Clarence also joins in, but ultimately they could not take out the Leprechaun.
Wow, and the Ops are somehow able to vote together this time. They're able to cobble together 5 votes. Plus,
they are like the villains.
Who's the Sandra of this group? Harry?
Let's see.
I think Harry might be the Sandra.
Might be Forky.
No, Forky, I mean, who was always in the minority? I'm not
Sandra.
sure.
No, that is kind of Sandra, right?
I
Like
guess.
after Boston Rob's alliance kind of got dismantled, Forky was always in the minority. But Harry sort of is like Sandra in that he lost his main ally pre-merge.
Yeah. Forky's like trying to tell everybody you gotta vote against the Leprechaun.
You're just a fork. I don't believe you.
Yeah. They don't believe him. Okay. All right. We're down to the final 8. It's Beverly Cleary, Clarence, Harry, Kevin Costner, the Leprechaun, Nicole, Whoopi Goldberg, and the Forky wearing a Yankees jersey, throwing a Mets logo in the trash.
Wow. And look at this. So the View Alliance did end up prevailing, even though there is only 3 of them left, and Whoopi did flip on the other 2 last time.
Okay. Maybe the Whoopi did not like that Beverly Cleary and Clarence were hanging out with the King Cake Baby so much.
Exactly. Felt like she was a bit on the outs there.
Yeah. Akiva, did the King Cake Baby do enough here to earn a spot as our chief and main source of things that we're standing?
It didn't disgrace itself, that's for sure. It had like a pretty, would it get another call if we do this again in episode 212? I don't know if the King Cake Baby's getting another call, but it's at least a stand and not an ops. That's the best I could say.
Okay. All right. Let's go to our alliances here. Beverly Cleary and Clarence, they are very tight alliance. Actually, I mean, not that tight, but they're at least working
And it looks like
together.
Whoopi formerly left the alliance, it
Yes.
seems.
Whoopi has left. Costner and Nicole. And then
Costner and Nicole are the tightest pair in the game, it seems.
yeah, platonic pair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go to our immunity challenge. This time, Whoopi is going to win immunity. When it rains,
Wow.
it pours.
Yeah.
One arm over her head. Akiva, I would not think this was Whoopi's challenge.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't a woman usually win this challenge?
Yeah, I think most times. So, Whoopi, we stand the endurance queen.
I thought your wife maybe would do well in this challenge.
Yeah, you would think so. Maybe she
maybe
got bored.
her hands are worn out from building that house of cards last time.
Oh, but Jeff tempted the castaways to quit with cookies and milk, donuts and iced coffee, chips.
Maybe.
So maybe your wife quit to eat.
She wanted to get a snack. Okay. All right. Let's
Kevin
talk about
Costner.
back on the beach. Okay. Idol for Costner, idol for Whoopi. Meanwhile, Leprechaun has found the merge
Oh, my
idol.
God.
We got third idol, Mike.
3 idols very late in the game.
3 idols at the final 8. I don't know if we're going to be facing an advantage getting here. We know that Lep is quick to use these idols, and Lep got votes, like the past 2 tribal councils or something like that. I would not be surprised if, despite being in the majority last time, if Lep uses the idol once again to slip out of everyone's fingers.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, then, Harry and Whoopi have a minor fight. Okay.
Whoopi's gotten into a few kerfuffles on this season.
Yeah.
I mean, she's immune and she has an idol, so she probably feels so protected, like Teflon, that she could
bring it on,
do what
Harry,
she wants here.
or Marv. Harry, who
so,
looks like a Marv.
what do we think? We think one of Beverly, Cleary, or Clarence is going here.
That's my guess.
Yeah. Harry has been very quiet after the merge, Akiva.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to, he got a lot of screen time, and now he's sort of planning the end game. Harry's got a real winner shot here, I think.
Okay. Let's see when we go to Tribal Council at the final 8. Whoopi, Costner, Leprechaun. Is that the second idol for Leprechaun, Mike?
Yeah, remember I played one in the beginning on Nicole during that double Tribal Council.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see if any of these idols get played here. Everybody votes. Whoopi does not play her idol. Costner does not play his idol. Leprechaun is playing the idol.
Again.
Just
is he going to mess it up again?
Slippery hands.
Go. Let's
I
see.
assume on himself.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. First vote. Leprechaun does not count.
I love
you could get me.
I love this so much. The Leprechaun's gotten votes like in every Tribal Council.
Leprechaun does not count.
Oh, wow.
Good luck with that one. Okay. Harry.
Oh, no.
Harry.
I just cursed him.
Beverly Cleary.
This is a wild tribal.
Beverly Cleary. 2 votes
Oh, my
Harry.
God.
2 votes Beverly Cleary. Harry.
I just cursed Harry.
Beverly
no, it's a tie.
Cleary. Another tie.
Man.
So it was maybe a
Wow.
vote split. 3 votes Harry. 3 votes Beverly Cleary. All right,
Okay,
we will
so you
vote
think
again.
we're going to have a little sweep right now?
I don't know.
Two people
They're
voted for Leprechaun are going to be, I think,
either they're going to split their votes, or they're going to vote together, or perhaps we'll get people rejiggering their votes all over the place to face another possible rock draw. I don't know if the ops want to do that in particular.
I think Beverly's in trouble.
Let's see. All right. We thought that we were worried about her coming into this tribal council. All right. Let's see. Beverly Cleary. Beverly Cleary. Harry. We're tied.
Oh my God.
Beverly Cleary. Beverly Cleary.
Oh, so
The tribe is
close.
spoken. Okay.
One.
Crazy that a woman over 100 has never won Survivor.
Yeah.
What she did is just she gets brought out at the reunion to applause. All right, so let's see what happens. So obviously,
Oh, yeah. Sia is sending Beverly Cleary a big check.
Yes. Okay.
So it's very clearly that Clarence and Beverly voted together here, and obviously Harry voted for Beverly Cleary. But let's see what else happened here.
Costner and Nicole. I think,
Costner and Nicole
probably
voted for the Leprechaun and got it nullified.
Yep. Leprechaun came for Beverly Cleary.
What have you done for me lately? Is what Nicole's saying to Leprechaun.
Interesting. Okay, so let's sort of map this out here. Okay, so it looks like Whoopi went back over to the View Alliance and voted with Beverly and with Clarence against Harry. So those were those 3 votes. Forky voted with Harry and the Leprechaun against Beverly Clear. They clearly trying to go along those tribal lines. Costner and Nicole thought they were going to make a move on the Leprechaun here. Or maybe they thought, let's split the votes between Beverly and the Leprechaun in case Beverly has an idol or something. But yeah, it looks like Costner and Nicole once again got caught on the bad side of a plan.
Yes. Okay. So, but then they ended up switching to the right side of things.
Right. They figured like, okay, we definitely listen. We did a one rock draw before. We're not going to do it again. Let's just both put our votes onto Beverly here. Clarence stuck true, and I believe so did Whoopi as well.
Yeah, so it was Forky, Harry, and the Leprechaun really controlled this vote for Beverly Cleary.
So even though the ops prevailed, it was sort of with an asterisk, right? Because had Costner and Nicole gotten their way, that would not be the case.
Wow. Yeah, this might have been, they might look back and think this is their chance to get a
This
Harry.
is the messiest pagonging there's ever been, Mike.
I know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
They've tried so hard to undo everything, but here they are. 5 ops are here. The only stands left are Clarence and Whoopi.
How pissed do you think Clarence is at this situation right now?
He's been pretty
very
quiet.
UTR. Very UTR.
Yes.
Maybe the most of all 7 people left.
By the way, Akiva, it's not looking good for our best friend's veto in 2021.
But listen, you only need to. There's a lot of stands on the jury. So if we get either Whoopi or Clarence to the end, I think they might win.
Okay. All right. This is, I guess, the second part of the double episode here.
Right.
Okay?
This was the famous Russell makes DDL cry second half of the episode in the original HVB.
Okay. Let's see what's going on. All right. We have Costner and Nicole, the bodyguard. They're still there. And we have the Ops Alliance. Those are the only alliances in the game.
Wow. So Clarence and Whoopi aren't even together at this point. They might be out of self-preservation. They might turn on each other.
All right. Costner has won immunity.
Costner is, even though he's on the outs, like
individual immunity.
He's making
building
some
up that
here.
resume. 2 wins and an idol find.
All right. Meanwhile, there is another idol that is hidden on the beach. And
Nicole found
has
it.
the idol.
Oh my.
Wow. Okay, so the pairing of the Bodyguard Alliance has become that much more powerful. Now both members, despite having many, many foiled plans, both have idols here.
If you're Nicole and Costner, who do you go after here when you have all the power?
Do they suspect that Whoopi has an idol? Because if not, I feel like she would be the one to go after over Clarence.
Maybe, but maybe they think they could get Whoopi and they go after one of their own. Maybe they make a deal with Whoopi.
I mean,
they tried to come for Leprechaun last time.
They could do it again.
All right,
I think Leprechaun or Harry are the options.
Okay, not Clarence.
I mean, Clarence makes sense, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what I would do, because then ultimately they're going to be in a 2 versus 3 possibly in the final 5.
Okay, yeah. So that's an interesting point. So that everybody knows that Nicole and Costner are in a platonic friendship.
Yeah.
Okay. If they can bring over Whoopi and Clarence, they would have the numbers against Leprechaun, Harry, and Forky.
Yeah. And that's not a very trustworthy trio. You want to really outsmart those
Either
people.
the ops could stick together or somebody could pick up that pair of Clarence and Whoopi, the free agents.
Clarence and Whoopi are the new Malcolm and Denise, I think.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Whoopi still has her idol. All right, 3 idols in play. Everybody votes. Whoopi will not play her idol.
Oh, that might be a mistake.
Kevin Costner does not play his idol. Nicole does not play her idol.
Wow, 3 idols.
We must have a real advantage,
6.
Kevin. Yeah.
Okay, unless somebody gets voted out with one. All right, Clarence. Nicole.
Uh-oh.
Nicole.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Clarence.
No,
Clarence, the tribe has spoken. The ops stayed together. Let's see.
Well, I don't know. Did Whoopi vote for him? Did Tom Hanks vote with Clarence? Well, I'm assuming so.
All right. Clarence votes for Nicole, and
so does
Whoopi votes for Nicole.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they stayed strong.
Whoopi,
I mean, I don't know. Whoopi
only
probably
stand left.
But she has an idol.
Yep.
It's lucky that was the back end of a second episode, because that's a pretty weak TV episode. You know, a pagonging where who the, where every advantage is held by the majority, basically.
Okay. Clarence had a good run here. Comes in 7th place, improves on his Survivor Africa performance. But now we're down to the final 6.
And it is 5 ops and Whoopi. The Whoopi, if she plays the idol now, she's guaranteed to make that finale, but she'll sort of be in the Colby Donaldson position of 4 ops versus her.
Yeah, but it could be a 2-2. I think you play it now and then you try and split the duos.
Interesting. So for Costner and Nicole,
Who both
Yeah,
have
what do-
idols.
they both have idols. What do you do? Let's see who has immunity, and then we'll
Yeah.
be able
I could
to
see Nicole being very mad right now that she got votes also.
yeah, from Whoopi. You think that Nicole and Whoopi would get along?
No.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our alliances. We know, yada, yada, yada. 5 ops still together.
Oh,
in
this is the loved ones visit. Rob, you got to go out there.
I hope so. You're like, oh, Nicole, well, who's your new friend?
Does Kevin Costner bring out Cal Ripken's wife as his loved one?
Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Whoopi wins the reward. She gets to pick which loved ones get to come out. So I guess who would the loved ones be for everybody? So so Marv gets to come out for Harry, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I would
for
imagine
sure.
so.
Who
What about
comes for Forky?
Spoonie.
Spoonie.
they wanted to since the very beginning, since they were isolating himself. What about Whoopi?
Whoopi's
Ted
loved
Danson?
one?
She's got she's a grandma. I'd say her granddaughter comes and it's a very nice moment.
Very nice moment. Okay. And then who's Leprechaun's loved one?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Diane.
Okay. Then her and Costner could talk about the rumor has it alliance. Let's go to then pick who's Whoopi going to pick. Whoopi picks Leprechaun and Forky.
Okay. Trying to maybe build a bridge with some people, though. I mean, maybe she also wants to like gab with Jen Aniston a bit, and possibly.
Whoopi's basically like, look, Costner and Nicole, they have an alliance. We got to vote them out. Like, we got to split this up. If you guys want to win, it makes no sense to vote me out next.
Yeah.
Little does she know that they both have idols, though. She could get one of them out if they don't play one.
Yeah. Maybe the move is to go after Harry. All right. Let's go to our immunity challenge. And Forky wins immunity. All right. Forky with immunity.
Wow.
Costner, Whoopi, and Nicole with idols.
Wow.
So
Forky was getting the dodo edit, and now he's got a real winner chance.
This is the challenge where you hold 2 poles on the top of your hands. Surprising considering that Forky's arms are pipe cleaners, but I guess they're stronger than initially perceived.
Well, one, I believe, is much longer than the other one also.
All right. Back on the beach. Costner has an idol. Nicole has an idol. Whoopi has an idol. And Whoopi and Nicole actually bond. Okay.
Interesting.
Social game.
Could Whoopi possibly work with the Bodyguard Alliance here?
And then Whoopi's plan may be to go after Harry.
Yeah.
I could
There's
see
a lot
it.
of Yas Queens on Twitter right now about Whoopi and Nicole.
Okay. So we'll see. I think Whoopi needs to play her idol tonight.
I would imagine
absolutely.
so. And I think at least one of Costner or Nicole needs to play theirs as well.
All right. Let's see if Whoopi's idol happens and then everybody's idol comes out. Let's see. All right. Whoopi will play her idol.
Good
So
call.
Whoopi
Good call.
is
Good
not
call.
going home
No-brainer.
tonight. All right.
The
Kevin
opposite- the
Costner does
stands are
not
alive.
play his idol. Okay.
I think Nicole's
Nicole
gonna,
does
oh
not
my
play her
God.
idol.
Wow.
Gotta vote them out now.
All right.
Let's see, though. Whoopi could have stuck with this new bond she made with Nicole. Nicole made a great move at the last second, reaching out to Whoopi, despite maybe not having the best feelings for her, to know, like, if she has an idol, I want her to direct the votes onto Harry or the Leprechaun or Harry or the Leprechaun.
Whoopi and Forky are the only people that are safe tonight. Let's see what happens. First vote. Whoopi does not count. Okay. Does not count. Does not
Wow.
count. That's 3 votes for Whoopi that are canceled out of tonight's tribal council. Lep.
Oh, no.
Harry.
Oh.
Okay, who's it getting?
Lep. The
Oh.
tribe has spoken.
2 votes. And he's
Foiled
gone.
by an idol.
I could imagine that was probably the Bodyguard Alliance, right? Like Costner and Nicole concocted so many plans to vote out the
3-2-1.
Leprechaun. Yeah,
Boy.
they should. 3-2-1 ended up happening here.
3-2-1 happened. The 3 votes were on Whoopi. 2 votes were on the Leprechaun. Let's see what happened. Okay. Harry was one of the votes for Whoopi. Costner was the vote
Yeah.
for the Leprechaun, and so was Nicole. I think that bond between Nicole and Whoopi ultimately got the votes on the Leprechaun, and Whoopi ends up being a vote for Harry. They left Whoopi in the dark.
We really have a 2-1-1-1 situation right now, which I think bodes well for Costner and Nicole because they
Well-
have 3 chances to get it one more ally.
And they're guaranteed to make the final four.
They're guaranteed in the final 4. That's true, but they could basically pick who they go with.
Forky and Leprechaun voted for Whoopi along with Harry. So that trifecta was foiled.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still think Whoopi ultimately needs to win. Whoopi is such a jury threat at this point with all the stands on the jury.
I wonder if Whoopi, in her bonding with Nicole, Mike, do you think that Whoopi bonded with Nicole and told her that she has an idol?
I wonder if that could be the case of like, okay, we know that the other ops. Yeah, I could imagine like the ops plan is like easy. Let's just pile the votes onto Whoopi, and Whoopi says like, I got a plan. I'm actually going to throw the votes onto Harry. He's the biggest threat. And then Nicole gets that intel and says, okay, we're finally going to get this freaking leprechaun out of the game for the last time.
Yes. Okay. All right. Our final 5. It's the finale. Harry, Costner, Nicole, Whoopi, and Forky.
I gotta say, even before this round, like very strong final 6, but very strong
absolutely.
final 5 as well.
Yeah, there's no duds left. I'd be anyone who wins here.
Yeah.
There's a good story.
Yeah, I feel like that this whole Costner thing has really forced me to be rooting against Nicole and for Whoopi.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I won't be thrilled if Forky wins wearing Yankee jersey, but we'll figure it out.
All right. Let's go to our alliances at the final 5. Okay. We know Costner and Nicole, platonic.
One of the strongest alliances at this point in Survivor history.
Yeah, Branson's
Platonically,
history
of
as
course.
well, for sure. And the
so-
Ops tribe, the Ops 4
Yeah,
are still together.
You think this is a must-win for Whoopi?
Must win.
Yeah,
She-
back
I
against
think-
the wall for Whoopi. She will be the America's favorite player.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. A idol is going to be rehidden as well.
Yeah, so she has another opportunity here.
All right. Let's go. Harry with a very clutch immunity.
I mean, this
Wow.
makes sense. This is the one where you balance the china as a burglar. He is used to handling
Mhm.
fine, dining ware, other, highly valued items. So I think this is totally in his wheelhouse.
Okay. Does he go to fine dining? Okay. Let's go to our action on the beach. Costner has an idol. Nicole has an idol. Last night for idols. And nobody finds the idol, but the behavior of Nicole is rubbing the tribe the wrong way.
It's
I
fake.
think that's fine. I think that it's got to be Whoopi here. I think Whoopi is toast.
Mhm.
I mean, why wouldn't Harry and Forky vote with Whoopi?
And they're voting out Costner.
I mean, I guess
They
that,
know he has the idol. We don't know.
I mean, they don't know they have the idols. So, I mean, I think that would be the move. But for Nicole and Costner, I think they both got to play their idols tonight.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I
they- I
also
mean, they
think, do
literally
they
have-
Love it
tell
if
everyone
that
they're playing
idiot
their idol?
Costner would forget to play his idol, get voted out of the final 5.
I mean, he has
Yeah.
been sitting on it. I think he found it like episode 2. No, he found it after
Yeah.
the leprechaun played his in like episode 4 or something.
All right. Otherwise, the ops will stick together and vote out Whoopi. But maybe Whoopi could work with Forky and Harry and see if they can get something going against Costner and Nicole. Let's find out. All right. Costner plays his idol.
Makes sense.
Nicole plays her idol. All right. So Costner and Nicole will go to the final 4. Whoopi or Forky is going home. Harry is immune. Let's see what happens. Whoopi.
Mhm.
Not great.
Forky. Forky.
Oh my God.
Forky, the
Forky!
tribe is spoken.
What?
So
What?
let's see. It must have been Whoopi and Costner, I think, voted with Whoopi.
How the hell did Whoopi avoid this?
That is
She
This was
crazy.
a
bonded with
train
Nicole.
barreling down her way.
Harry voted for Whoopi, but it was Costner, it was Nicole, and it was Whoopi voting for Forky.
Wow,
Trying to stay
Whoopi
safe.
pulled the wool over the bodyguard alliance's
Yeah.
eyes here. Like
Costner and Nicole are playing a second place game, though, if they think they're taking Whoopi one more round.
Yeah. Oh boy, if Whoopi can get to the final 3, she could be the winner.
Yeah.
All right. Here we are. Final 4.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Harry. It's Costner. It's Nicole. It's Whoopi. Mike, do you think a fire making challenge is going to be in the cards?
yes, I mean not like outright
Mandatory one?
implemented. Yeah, at this point in Survivor history, that is still not the case. But
Yeah.
I could very much see a 2-2 tie if that's what you're alluding to.
If you're Whoopi, do you just vote with Costner and Nicole against Harry?
I mean, if you want to go with the Courtney Yates theory, right, of like if you're sitting in the final three with a pair, that the outlier always wins, that's a great position to be in. She might have just made like the move of the game in convincing Costner and Nicole to not vote her out at 5.
Yeah. Wow. I guess that she talked them into like, hey, I'll vote with you guys. We'll vote out Harry. And then we'll just go to the final 3. They don't think that Whoopi has a shot. She hasn't been, she has actually been Finding Idol. So this would be very foolish on their part.
I do think they lose either way. I think Harry probably beats them also.
Harry would beat Costner and Nicole?
I think so. How do you like, people have made a lot of enemies.
I don't think
they have been caught flat-footed a couple times, but they are on a roll here, where they were finally able to get out the leprechaun, and they've been the ones making the decisions. I think it's just that the decisions have been a bit questionable.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on back on the beach. We know about the alliances. Let's get to our big immunity challenge.
Final immunity challenge.
Maze. Okay. Final 4 challenge, and Harry wins immunity.
Oh my God.
Well, this is bad news for Whoopi, I think.
Yeah. This was her final step to getting to the final 3. The best she can do is go to Harry and ask to force a tie. Because I do not think.
Why do you want to go to the end with the showmance, Harry?
Yeah, exactly.
A platonic relationship.
So I think that otherwise there is no chance. Like Costner and Nicole are not turning on each other here. Why would you do that one step before the final 3?
All right, let's go to our tribe events. All right.
Nothing happened.
Nothing's happening. Let's go to our final 4 tribal council. All right. Well, we know that Nicole's going to get a vote because there's not that much happening on the screen. All right. Our final 4 vote. Let's see. We get 1 vote for Nicole. Whoopi. Whoopi will either have a tie or Whoopi will go out as our RHAP goddess. And she is our RHAP goddess. You were in danger, girl.
Applause for Whoopi here.
Yes.
The final stan, the best stan, I would argue, in RHAP history now, ends up going out here. Your veto has been formally revoked for 2021, fellas.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
That's future Robin Kiwi's problem, though.
No best friends veto in 20. Unless we can win it back.
Yeah, we can win it back. We'll figure it out. We'll risk the 2022 one.
Double or nothing.
What interesting season for Whoopi, right? Like she had a stranglehold on the Stan's tribe pre-merge. Post-merge, she starts eating up her own alliance. I think it's a little bit of like Lex Vandenberg, right? She's getting paranoid about the fuzzy green bra, for instance, and then just tries to do a bit of flipping back and forth, and the ops are able to get numbers on her. She's able to make a couple moves near the end here, but ultimately it wasn't enough. She lost when it was a prime opportunity for her, and now we see 3 ops in the final tribal council.
Okay. All right. Let's go to our final tribal council. All right. Harry, Kevin Costner, and Nicole Sesternino face the jury.
How are they going to determine between Kevin Costner and Nicole? They really just work together the entire game.
Yeah. Harry, they could split the votes.
They might split the votes. Harry has got a real shot.
I don't know, but that's the thing is that, again, Costner and Nicole, I think, have done more actively in the game as of late than Harry. So like you said, I think it just comes down to jury preference as to who they think is in charge of Kevin Costner and Nicole Sesternino.
True, but Harry lost his main ally on a fluke, right? He lost old dude on a rock.
An old dude has been the leader of this jury. So maybe
old dude has been selling people on Harry for 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah. Akiva, what would it mean if our wives bookend this season?
Are they the twinnies?
They're the twinnies, Natalie and Nadia. That would be crazy.
Yes. Okay. One of our ops will win no matter what. Okay, let's go to our next screen. I'm going to actually make this a little bit tighter so we can see less, so it doesn't just pop up with a win. Okay. All right. Proceed to the winner reveal.
And this will be a straight out. This will just say who won, and then we look at the votes later.
All right. The winner of Survivor Stands versus Ops is. We want something dramatic. Let's see.
Tub thumping.
Okay. How about Here we go. The winner of the season is going to be. Harry by a vote of 8-1.
8-1. Wow, they really upset people. At least Nicole and Kevin Costner have each other.
Harry, not Marv. Congratulations.
Yeah. Nearly wrote down the wrong name. You know, Probst was like,
in
who wrote
your
down Marv?
face, Costner. In your face.
You better hope that Nicole was that one vote.
Loser.
Yeah,
Wow.
does Nicole get Rob an extra 25G?
Mm-hmm. All right,
Next
let's see.
question.
Who was the one vote that didn't go Harry? Let's see. All right. Old Deuteronomy voted for Harry. She felt Harry deserved to win for winning lots of
Oh, yeah, we should note that Harry did win the last 2 immunity challenges.
Yeah,
as
he
well.
made it to the
Came
end.
on hot. Hanks voted for Harry. The bra voted for Costner.
The bra screwed over Nicole.
Yes. Okay. King Cake Baby voted for Harry. He liked Harry much more than Costner and Nicole. Beverly Cleary was uncertain, but felt Harry did a better job at jury questioning.
I think it makes
Clarence.
sense. Like a criminal would do probably best at interrogation, right?
Yeah. Clarence felt like that he won a lot of challenges. Leprechaun felt like he won because he won so many challenges. Forky just liked Harry more.
Well, let's remember, Harry also voted with Forky.
Yeah. Okay. And Whoopi voted for Harry to win.
Yeah, so I
because he won
think
lots of
Akiva
immunity
was totally
challenges.
right. I think that because Costner and Nicole had all of these attempts to be the power couple platonically and like make all these swings, it really did not show well for them, and it ended up working against them at the end as well when like they were the ones that determined Forky going home and Whoopi going home, and I think they took it out on them.
This is like if Survivor All Stars was a final 3,
Yeah. Everybody would have voted for Jenna Lewis to win.
basically. I think
Okay.
they would have at a spite.
Okay. Oh, it's spite vote. I like
Spite
that.
vote.
All right. Congratulations to Harry on winning a spite vote. Who is the fan favorite? It had to be Whoopi, right?
Gotta
I
be
don't
Whoopi.
know.
Cleary
Brent
probably
Steele
got
does
some
weird
fans.
things with this, guys.
Yeah.
The green bra was the fan favorite.
Ridiculous.
These lecherous Survivor fans.
Yeah.
Who's voting in these
Yes.
polls?
And Brent
Okay.
Steele was so on point the whole game, and then they picked the ridiculous fan favorite.
Yeah.
there.
To the people that voted for the fuzzy green bra to be the fan favorite, I have 2 words for you. Grow up.
Absolutely. Take a shower.
Grow up.
Wow. What a season, guys.
Wow. Stans
Harry.
versus Ops.
Yeah. Harry and Larry David already
Went-
working on
yeah.
their alliance for
Harry
a
and Larry
Yeah.
went
Amazing.
from one of your biggest nightmares, Akiva, as a child to a dream come true, not a nightmare, as he won the game.
All right. Wow.
At the reunion, he says, "Now no one will ever mistake me with Marv again."
Yes.
Exactly. I proved I could play the game without Marv.
Do
and
you
then
think-
he gets
yeah.
like pulled off the stage by the authorities, and he goes back to jail.
Wow.
Yes. So like,
Look at
we
this.
wouldn't have found you if you weren't on this national television show.
Fuzzy
Okay.
Green Bra got 12 votes against it the entire game.
Yes.
Maybe that's why it was
caused
so
a lot
popular.
of attention the whole way through. Do you think that after the win for Harry happened, that then Marv came up and gave him a big hug on the stage?
I could see that.
I think so. And then
Was
they have
Kevin
like a
McAllister
heartwarming.
there?
Yeah, they have a heartwarming sort of reconciliation with Kevin McAllister.
Mm-hmm.
He gives
Wow.
him 50 grand.
But then there's a big controversy afterwards where it's like they thought they were made friends with Kevin McAllister, but actually they didn't. They were lying about it, and yet Mark Burnett gave him $50,000 because he thought that was the case.
Yeah.
All right. Most strategic player, according to the Brant Steele, was the Leprechaun, followed by Yankees jersey Forky and Kevin Costner.
Okay.
Mm,
I really
if
think
I'd
Harry
agree with
won because that third immunity vote. Everyone was just so impressed that he won 3 immunities.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, had he not won that last immunity challenge, there's a chance he could have been voted out there, especially if Whoopi won. Like, obviously, it was going to be him or Whoopi.
What are you going to do? All right. Stans versus Ops. Brant Steele is in the books.
All right. Top 10 season.
We did it. We did it. Top 10 Brant Steele for sure. Okay.
Yeah, that was we had a rock draw. We had a few ties. We had a bunch of idle plays. Like, this was, I think it lived up to the name in my opinion. I don't know how we'll see on the Reddit in a couple days, but that's my opinion.
We'll find out. All right. The Survivor Reddit or the RHAP Reddit?
Listen, it might be a crossover here.
It could be a crossover. All right. So, Akiva, are we going to do a mailbag? A milk bag?
Yeah, we'll do a milk bag. I don't think it has to be the longest one ever, but we'll get to some listener ideas.
Okay.
Got a
It means our
low
second
wheel.
one of the week. All right.
Second one of the week, but we do have
quick
a
milk bag coming up. All right. Mike, you sticking for the milk bag?
Hell yeah. We have to honor Milk Bag as well.
Okay. All right. So if you're just joining us, we've done about 3 some odd hours of Brand
my
Steel. And here we are, hour 4. That's the party hour here on Rob and Akiva Need a Podcast.
Uncork the wine.
Yeah, unforked.
It's our longest episode, Rob?
I don't know. I have to go back and check the runtime on the original Brand Steel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a long one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every time you're like, the Brand Steels are really long, and I'm like, nah, and then you're right.
No, they really are.
But they at least from our perspective, they fly by.
Yeah,
yeah.
We recorded
maybe
the first
we
45 minutes yesterday.
Yeah, maybe we should do more 18 and less 20 per people cast. Maybe that would save us a few minutes next time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, Akiva, what do you got in the milk bag?
All right. So people saying the wheel is getting a little small because there's 3 or 4 ideas that are on hiatus because of the pandemic, and they haven't been replaced. So let's try and put at least one thing onto the wheel today.
By the way, 32609 for the episode number 12. TV's greatest characters play Survivor.
We're nearing that.
November 30th, 2018.
I don't know how long we went yesterday, but I feel like we're pretty close.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
People
we'll
are
be
like
there
looking,
by the wheel spin.
Yeah, people are looking at us like 4 hours, 14 minutes. Oh yeah, you guys crushed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Luke from Melbourne wrote in last week and said, why don't you guys it's really the summer of game shows on RHAP. What about doing a British game show called Pointless? And he sent us a link to the game Pointless. And I had never heard of it, but I watched a bunch of episodes and I like it, and I think it works very well for a podcast. Let me very briefly explain it, and if you're into it, we could put it on the wheel. Spoiler alert, I did write the questions already, so if you don't put it on the wheel, I wasted a lot of time. But listen, I don't have so much going on right now. So basically, it's almost reverse Family Feud. It's instead of 2 teams of 4, it's 4 teams of 2, so there's 4 duos. And they have to guess the right answer to a question, and they're all asked the same question, usually, but they have to guess the right answer to the question, but they're trying to guess the least commonly guessed answer.
So it's like
if it was it was Family Feud, they're trying to guess the 1s and the 2s and the 3s and avoid, the 47 number 1 answer. Because
but it's got to be a happy medium, right? Because you can't guess the one that's 0. So you can't be so obscure.
No, if you get it right and you guess a 0, that's called a pointless. You get a 0. If you get it wrong, then you're wrong. It's 100. It's you're trying to get the lowest score possible. 0 is the best.
Give me an example of a question. Okay, so the question is, name a great basketball player.
And I can be like Peyton Manning, and I'll get 0 automatically.
Yeah, so it would be like name someone who played in this year's All-Star game, right? NBA All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say LeBron James, it would probably be like a 92, right? Like everyone who follows basketball would get that.
Okay.
So, but you also might.
If I said Greg Ostertag.
Yeah, well, you'd get.
It's not an opinion question. It's an
opinion question.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So there's a finite number of right answers. So if you also have to not risk getting the wrong answer because that's a disaster and you'll lose.
Right.
And basically each round one team gets knocked out.
Oh, okay. So you can't just say like squash and then you get points because it's 0.
Right. So you might say like, I think this guy was in here, and if he is, he's only going to get a few points, but there's a chance he's not, and then you lose. You're sort of have to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and you've written questions?
Yeah, I think the questions are fun.
All right. So let's
go ahead. But in this game, me and you would be the host.
All right. Sounds good. And so let's go ahead and green light it.
Yeah. And I like the name Rob and Akiva are pointless. I think that's a fun podcast.
Yeah. Yes. I think it's been
it's
said
a good
many
subtitle
times
for the
before.
podcast as well.
Yes. AKA, this is so stupid. AKA, what are we doing here?
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yes. Okay. All right. Pointless. What else?
Luke from Melbourne. Congratulations. All right. More ideas. This is from Allie Lasher. She says, what about Allie and Missy give dating advice?
To who?
To the listeners.
Is this the time of year to do that? Or would it be specific to like dating in the corona
society
time?
To do that?
Yeah, why? You don't want, I mean, well, I guess nobody's really dating now.
What phase of the coronavirus reopening is dating?
Yeah. Probably
I
right.
feel like could it function along like we have phase 1 through 4? Could that also, I don't know, go along with like first base, second base, third base, home, but in a different paradigm?
Just because it's hour 4.
Platonically.
Not going full bloom. Yes. Yeah, maybe
Phase
down the
5 is
road.
dating.
Down the road.
What about they could give Zoom dating tips, maybe. I don't know if people are Zoom dating. What else do we have on the wheel? Oh,
what
Will
about
from
Mike?
America.
Does Mike have any ideas?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask Mike in a second.
I've got some ideas, but you go ahead, Akiva.
I'm gonna ask Mike in a second. Will from America said you guys brought up and liked the idea of Rob and Akiva write a bop. That we're gonna write. He's gonna come on the podcast and write a song with us that's gonna become a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
So we had said basically yes, and he should work on it. And he said he worked on it and he's ready. What do you think about Rob and Akiva write a bop?
So now the question is, like, when he means that he wrote it, did he mean that he laid down a framework? Like, how much input do you guys get in this?
I think we're going to write the lyrics. I think he's going to come with the song, and we have to write the lyrics to the song.
Yeah,
and he'll help us out.
Okay, well, I mean, is there any debate about this?
What do you mean?
Like, this is a great idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know what you meant. No, you really liked this idea when we mentioned a few weeks ago, and then every week you messaged me like the day after the show and says, "Did you remember?"
All I ask is that once the song is completed, please send to Craigslist Carl to compose and release like an alternate version, sort of like how in the Disney credit sequences in the '90s they do like the R&B version of the big song. I want that version with Craigslist Carl.
What's this one called? Rob and Akiva write
a bop.
A bop
unless we have a better
slaps?
name.
Yeah,
a bop that slaps. Yes, Rob and Akiva write a bop that slaps.
A slapping bop.
A slapping bop. And we're gonna try and chart. We're gonna try and hit the charts.
Okay. Bop.
We'll at least beat like Chumbawamba's #2 song on Spotify.
Yeah, that's the ultimate metric for a song. Spotify plays.
Mike, what do you have for us?
All right, so I have a couple things, and it actually comes linked with some unfinished business, I believe, that myself and my partner in crime, Liana Boris, have with RHAP, because there's a couple of items here. First, from the last time we were on, I believe we are still owed a cameo that you discussed last time Liana was on. Also,
can you help us with narrowing it down?
Well, we can do that, or I have a deal I can make to you, Leprechaun style, that we might want to talk about. Because the other thing was, so this was also mentioned a short while ago, back when Akiva and myself and Liana and Ali Lasher did a draft of Survivor 40, one of the items up for grabs was that if Liana and I had a totaled score that superseded Ali and Akiva's, we would get to put something on the wheel for RHAP, and that did indeed be the case.
Now, I will say, Rob, the same way I never agreed to Rob putting cats, in the wheel on a full spot with a full spot, Rob technically never agreed to this. He heard it 7 months later when the podcast aired.
That is true. That is true. I also feel like that I was misunderstood. That I felt like that. Hey, let's get a petition, and then we will reopen the conversation to put it on the wheel.
Oh, you're talking about cats again?
Yes.
Right. You were doing a motion for discussion, not a motion to vote.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
So wait, what's your deal, Mike?
Yeah,
my deal is
question.
I would be willing to forgive the cameo if we get a second idea to put on the wheel.
No. Wait, you get 2 ideas?
That's the deal. That's the deal I'm offering.
I mean
2 ideas instead of 1 cameo and 1one idea?
Wheels looking a little thin, fellas. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, if you said 2 cameos, no ideas, I'd say, yeah, but that means we could have 2 ideas that we hate. I mean, your example of an idea when we made this bet was name that fart.
Yeah, I talked with Liana. We're not going to go that trolly. I am made sure about that. And there are some options that we can float out to the audience. Like, we are not going to make the decision here and now, but it could be, you could keep digging through cameo if you want to, or you could put 2 things on the reel right now when things are looking skinny and people are off doing other things.
I don't know. That's not so tempting to me.
Yeah, I'd rather just tell us what kind of cameo you want, and we'll buy it. We just don't want to buy you one that you didn't care about.
Yeah. Also, do you like the one you put on the wheel? Do you guys get to go on that episode?
We can. I mean, we'll figure it out whether or not it's something.
Isn't that up to me and Rob? How about this? You guys get to pick an idea and both come on. No cameo.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you think about that, Rob? What do you think? That's a more equitable deal. Because now we could hold over their heads, not letting them back on the podcast, since they're trying to make a deal. I don't know if that's a thing. I mean, we do owe them the cameo, so I don't have a problem giving them the cameo.
I don't want to hear that we're welching on things. I'd rather
So
just
I
buy
think
the
we should
cameo.
just do the cameo and the idea.
Yeah. Just tell us the idea. What's the idea, and we'll still get you the cameo.
I mean, so we have a couple of ideas that we'd still need to work on. I think we're sort of looking at like, do we make you guys play D&D? We were thinking about possibly having you guys do a bunch of choose your own adventures to sort of walk through that, because I know you
imagine
guys
if we had a second veto, Rob.
Yeah, I feel like we just did choose your own adventure.
Yeah,
right,
choose your own adventure is very similar.
No, I mean, this is still going to take some time to incubate, so it'll hopefully have some time away. But I just wanted to bring in that reminder as well, so that's left off the table.
Right.
I guess with regards to the cameo, I would ideally, how about probably
Let me give you
from
the options of the cameo.
Yeah, give me some options here.
There is featured actors, reality TV, athletes, musicians, comedians, creators. The problem is, it's like, there's some obscure comedian Mike would be thrilled to hear from, but Liana doesn't want that. What kind of person do you want to hear from? Do you want to hear from like a random Big Brother person?
No, listen, Leon and I both sort of like, I maybe if we have like a wish list here, like if you're able to get someone from
Can you give me a couple of shared interests for you and Liana?
I would say like the I Love Blank shows are definitely a shared interest.
Great.
I would say like musical theater is probably a shared interest between us. I would say viral video stars of the mid-2000s, a la Tazon Day, but not exclusive to him.
Numa guy on Cameo.
Exactly. A Star Wars kid on Cameo, who's to be sure. I'd say those are like some good areas to focus on.
Okay. All right.
I would also settle for voice actors from 90s animated shows, but they have to do it specifically in the voice of a character.
Okay, but then I'm not sure if Liana wants that. All right. You're giving me some good intel.
I'm trying to whittle it down a bit for you so that there's still some surprise in there, but at least we've narrowed it down from, I don't know, the millions of people that are probably on Cameo at this point.
Okay, all right. You got it.
So some other stuff that I had thought of, because I feel like Rob has a PR firm, has not been able to really flex its muzzle since like the salad days of American salami. I wonder if there's something called like, brand boost, where there have been a lot of brands that have, for reasons outside of today's events, have sort of like fallen by the wayside or in decline, like AOL or like Long John Silver's restaurant. And what this would basically be is that you get given some defunct or failing brands and you guys give some suggestions as to what they could do. I mean, we saw this a bit with like Laffy Taffy, right? As to like how they approach social media. I think you two are very creative guys. I think you have the ability to revitalize these types of things, especially those that maybe haven't been around for a while.
I feel like that this is an idea that I had been pitching from like the beginning of this podcast, Akiva.
Yeah, this was a very early, like first 10, 15 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Akiva have a PR firm.
What's old is new again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely consider that.
Doesn't sound like Akiva's that excited about it.
No, I am. I don't know what the next step is. If Mike wants to do a poll, if he wants to talk to his partner, I feel like Mike and Leon have to both be on to really.
Right. Well, and just to be clear, this would not be for our idea. The idea is TBD. This would just be like a general thing. But I don't mind going on it.
Yeah, I think.
Oh no, then get out of town. No, make this your idea. You're pitching two ideas.
Okay. I like this idea. I've from the get-go, I've liked this idea of some sort of like a brand makeover.
Mm-hmm.
And then people give us a list of things. We talk about how we can sort of get them ready for newfound success.
All right. Let me make up a Google Doc this week, and I'll have a list of brands, and we got some good brands. We'll put it on the wheel next week.
Yeah, it's a little bit shades of like millennials killed it, but then we're bringing things back.
Okay, I'm willing to bring things back.
Boost stuff.
I mean, what we did, if you didn't listen to the Seinfeld podcast, is we turned bologna, which was dead and in the water, into American salami, which is the biggest hit in the streets.
Yeah, if anybody had listened to that idea, it would be a great one. Okay. All right, Mike. So what is your idea for the wheel that you are going to basically
upon
leave
us.
on foist upon us.
Well, I'll still leave that in a holding pattern because I want to make sure I confer with Liana before we formally declare anything. But by the time you guys do your next podcast, I will get that information to you.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of suggestions for diapers and
please.
fish bowls if there are spots.
Mm-hmm.
So the fishbowl, this was mentioned last time, and I mentioned it the last time I was on. Season 3, Episode 7 of Third Rock from the Sun. Akiva is famously anti-alien. Let's have him actually come face-to-face with this truth in the form of specifically French Stewart's performance.
Rob, I think, has nixed this before.
Is there anything special about Third Rock from the Sun?
I don't think anybody's
Episode 7?
excited if it comes up.
I mean, it's got some young JLG in it. We got John Lithgow. Got some Wayne Knight. It's a Seinfeld crossover.
Is it a Seinfeld crossover? Or
yeah, Wayne Knight played Sally's love interest.
But he's not. But he's not playing Newman.
No, he should have.
I believe he plays a cop, actually.
Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't be excited for it. I mean, that's my only metric.
Yeah, it's fine. It's better than most season 3, episode 7s that we haven't done. But I agree.
I don't know if anybody in the listeners would be excited. People would call us boomers.
Yeah, it's sort of stuck in a weird where there's not a lot of nostalgia for it. It was very few people's favorite show. It's not an old show that we could sort of make fun of. It's not bad enough, I don't think.
Young people wouldn't think we're cool. Yeah.
It just has no, is it on Hulu or Netflix? It has no sort of, connection to the Zeitgeist.
There's no constituency that's rooting for Third Rock from the Sun.
You wait until John Lithgow and French Stewart start their Third Rock rewatch podcast, and then
then we could talk about it.
Then the cows will come home.
Third Pod from the Sun.
Yeah, that's not a bad name. Speaking of the B word, John Ottaviano says, what about season 3, episode 7 of Get Smart?
Get Smart. Well, we'll really be.
He says it feeds right into the whole boomer label you guys have been hit with. That neither one of you is old enough.
I feel like that's not boomer. That's like the greatest generation we're into. Get Smart.
Right. My dad wasn't even old enough to watch this show.
Yeah,
Get Smart was a groundbreaking show back in the '60s when I was a kid. Great send up on all the spy movies and TV shows like James Bond, Mission Impossible, none of which I've seen. Yeah, we're everywhere back then. Buck Henry and Mel Brooks created a whole lot of the shtick that's been commonplace over the years. Ton of very, very funny spy gadget and gizmo jokes, most notably the shoe phone.
Yeah.
The invisible wall and gas that turns women into man.
If anything, I would put the Steve Carell Get Smart movie in the crappy movie diaper.
With Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. That sounds painful to watch, honestly.
Fun fact, when my freshman year of college, I would get so imbibed that I would walk around a party with one of my shoes on my ear and pretend I was talking into a phone the entire time.
What do you mean you with a shoe on your ear?
I would take off my shoe and I would put it on my ear and pretend I was calling home and catching my family up on all the fun I was having in college.
And then what did people react to that?
I think they enjoyed it. It's one of those things, right, where you're like, are they laughing with you or laughing at you? And honestly, I still can't tell to this day, but my now wife was part of that party, so I guess at least one person was moderately okay with it. She does also like to bring it up from time to time because it might be one of the purely most non-damaging, ridiculous things someone has done while intoxicated.
Oh. Akiva, check out this cast of the 2008 Get Smart film. Steve Carell, alongside Anne Hathaway, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So that could have been in our rock movie bracket. Alan Arkin. He had a real run there at the.
I think that was like was that post Academy Award win?
Yeah, he was hot for a minute. Then we have Terry Crews is here, James Caan, Bill Murray, Patrick Warburton, another Seinfeld crossover. Masioka also.
Oh, Hiro Nakamura.
Yeah. So they really broke out all the big stars for Get Smart.
I think that would be painful to watch, honestly.
Well,
nobody would.
You know what looks painful to watch? The new Steve Carell show. Has anybody seen that?
I've heard bad things about Space
really
Force.
Yeah, people say it sucks.
Yeah.
Well, speaking, I don't know. Steve Carell has done this. I don't know if it's like the pivot to dramatics, but like when I saw him host SNL a couple of years ago, like I don't know if he's lost his drive or something, but Steve Carell's like funny bone might be broken at this point. Once he pivoted into like a full, what was it, Fox Setter or whatever that movie was where he put on those prosthetics and played that weird wrestling coach.
Is there anything we could do about people that used to be funny and then
Foxcatcher?
aren't funny?
But who would he be number one on that list? Who else are you thinking about?
I feel like that Jim Carrey was there at one point.
Yeah.
You could say Sandler.
Yeah,
Will
Sandler has
Ferrell.
gone back and forth.
Will Ferrell. No, Sandler's funny. Will Ferrell's not funny.
Yeah. I feel like Eddie Murphy tried to go there, had to come back.
You could say maybe like Keaton, because Keaton. Yeah, I just look at like actors who like maybe made the pivot to dramatics, and then when they
Buster
tried to
Keaton?
go back to comedy, like was
Buster
not great. Yeah, I think you could really lay into Buster Keaton.
Yep. Maybe one day Akiva will say, "Hey, look, we don't want to do funny podcasts anymore."
Yeah.
Some people will say we never did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way to not be on that list. Like, no, we were never funny. Don't include us in the list.
Speaking
Yeah.
of crappy
we
movies, I do have one final thing I want to add here because there's been a lot of talk about Titanic. I don't know if you guys know this. There are not one, but multiple animated films about the events of the Titanic, and they are ridiculous.
Animated Titanic films?
Yeah, there's
Never heard of that.
really pick your poison. There's one that has a rapping dog and Mexican mice. There's one where dolphins talk due to magical moonbeam tears, and an octopus saves the day.
Who's
Really,
this for?
just pick. I
What do you
don't
mean the
know.
octopus saves the day?
There's a giant octopus named Tentacle, and he ends up helping put the Titanic back together.
I don't know. Who's this for?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, people have become obsessed with Titanic and the movie. This is a different way of looking at the
Now
events.
they're becoming obsessed with it?
Oh yeah, have you not seen like the recent fascination once again with Titanic? I think it's the anniversary, right? It's the 25-year anniversary, I believe.
In 2 years.
It was I thought it was 95.
No, it's a 97 movie. But maybe it's the because of Michael Jordan nostalgia.
Oh, I thought it was the
23rd
anniversary of the ship sinking.
No, that was what, 1912?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the 108th anniversary. That's like the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one more idea from Jay Leese.
Yeah. I think that's probably a pass on the Titanic movie.
Yeah.
No.
I've never heard of it. Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
that's good or
But
bad.
that's the fun of it, is that
Mhm.
it's you don't know what you're getting
You
into.
might be
until you-
faking. It might not even exist as far as I'm concerned.
No, there are not one but two separate films that covered the events
They're
of the
probably
Titanic.
movies. I don't know if they're films, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, they're either barely even movies. There are a
All right.
bunch of drawings and ideas slapped together over a bunch of cells.
This is from Jessica Leese. By the way, Jessica Leese and Sean working on Guest 2. That should be ready very soon. Word in the street is Jason Curtis Rivera's RHAP the Musical is almost ready. So there are a few big-time
Ooh.
ideas coming in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Hey, Rob and Akiva. Since so many fun RHAP podcasts involve the two of you riffing on other podcast formats like recapping a movie, Twish, Escape the Pod, I submit that you should host a story slam along the lines of The Moth. We'll ask community members and listeners to prepare 5-minute personal stories. We may or may not want to give them a theme, and their names will go in a virtual fishbowl. We'll randomly choose the 5 or so people will tell their stories. They'll record their stories ahead of time, and once the stories have been recorded, it goes on the wheel for the podcast. You listen to the stories and vote for your favorite. She lists some examples.
Is
Except
there
her stories is the
anything
Yankees.
proprietary about that format, Mike?
No,
To
there's
the
a
Moth?
lot. There are. Well, we wouldn't call it the Moth, but there's a lot of
You
different.
call it like the butterfly.
Yeah, there's a
Mhm.
lot of different storytelling things. The only thing is, and I said this to Jess already, like sometimes we'll get an idea. Like, for example, we have that idea that I like, which is called Rob and Akiva on Your Side, where we help people out. And we're still like one really good one short. I thought we had a really good story, but the person's significant other did not want to come on the podcast. So we need one more spot there before that could go on the wheel. If you have a problem with a friend or neighbor. But so here it's like, are we going to get 2 submissions or are we going to get like 70 submissions? I'm not sure.
I also, from an auditory perspective, because I know this also happened a bit with like the Renaptular as well. Like, how do you guys feel about playing a 5-minute straight clip of audio of somebody
It's a
telling
good
story?
question. I mean, now it's a cut down story and maybe somebody's working with them to cut it down. But I agree. And also we're like not on the podcast. We're just like playing 5 other.
I mean, I feel like it would be a better format if you have like 3 guests on and riff on their live storytelling in the moment. Maybe that's more so heckling than riffing, considering you're sort of like calling them out for their story. But that also then sort of gets to like, I don't know, the 2 truths and a lie of it all almost.
Yeah, that is true.
What about a shorter version? What about 2-minute stories?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think 5
All right,
minutes
let's
is too long,
workshop
but I don't know
this.
if
Let's workshop this because
fine,
we're
okay.
right now that we're closing in on territory reserved for the longest podcast in the history of RHAP.
All right, so let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, well, I think we're out of ideas right now. We got
Plus,
another
we have
episode
3 more
in
days.
3 days. We just did a podcast 4 days ago.
Yeah, and it seems like at least like if you wanted something on the wheel, it seems like this brand boost one is like nearly there. You just got to come up with a list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here's what we have in the works. Season 3, episode 7 is eligible. We have our coin flip, crappy movie diaper, the People's Choice. Sequel mechanism is out,
0.
right?
It's out for
Okay.
this week, yes.
All right. No sequel mechanism. The Renappy Wood Squares, the Freakiest Freak, Quibi shows are trash. Price is Right. Rob and Akiva are pointless. Is that officially in contention, Akiva?
Does it have a 1 week waiting period?
No, put it on there. I'd say the waiting period was last week. You have the questions ready. Like, why
Right.
wait a week?
Yeah.
I think the
And
last
the
week was the
bop
waiting
that slaps, we just put it on the wheel, but I believe that was greenlit. We were just waiting
Okay,
for.
so let's put them both. Yes, that was greenlit, so we could put them both on
It's
the
a
wheel,
light
right?
wheel.
Since they were
All
both
right.
they were both agreed upon already.
All right. So, with that in mind, let's spin for episode number 87. And also, let's never do the double shot again. Okay?
You have a hangover from the double shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my ears I don't think works right now. I'm not even joking.
First it was your
Okay.
tooth, now your ear.
Yeah.
All right. Akiva. Well, we've
Yeah.
tempted fate. Rob and Akiva are pointless has come up on the
Oh my
wheel.
God.
Wow.
Wow. Some ideas
Could
wait
this
a
be
year
a
and a half.
constitutional crisis?
I don't think so, because we clearly said it was. You said it's on the wheel if just watch an episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
man.
So
Boom.
it did what Milkbag couldn't. Recency bias prevails here. I'm excited to hear about it. I think
Yeah.
that it seems like a really fun game, and like was said, this is sort of the summer of game shows. I was personally rooting for one of the game shows to pop up.
How many
so-
contestants do we need for this?
So I have an idea. Let me tell you offline. I'll tell you my idea offline. But
Great.
but I have a decent idea for this.
Perfect. All right. There we go. The great Mike Bloom. 3 some odd hours ago, I promised plugs from Mike Bloom. We did not disappoint. Mike, what do you have going on these days?
All right, I'm ready to set the official record for longest podcast. So these days, surprisingly, a good amount going on. I guess if we're sticking on like the Survivor trail in comparison to the Brant Steele that we just ran. So as Rob mentioned, even though the Survivor show is in off season, we recently had the 20th anniversary of the show. I put out a series of pieces called Survivor Turns 20, where I had the opportunity to go on set a year ago and talk with a lot of the members of production, many people that we see off screen, and really got a lot of their insights as to not only what they do, but like the camaraderie that gets built in the community and how much Survivor has had an effect on some of their lives, which is really paramount considering how long some of those people have been, especially during some of those formative years. So check that out at parade.com/tag/survivor. And the aforementioned Liana Boris and myself, aside from appearing on the wheel TBD, are also participating in, as part of Rob's little rewatch series, going into some of the most famous and infamous episodes of Survivor. At this point, I believe our episode 1 of season 1 podcast with Shannon Gus on the B&B is up. That was a lot of fun and very, very ridiculous. We went to several different destinations in a manner of speaking, so be sure to check that out. Over on post-show recaps, I'm doing Down the Hatch with Josh Wigler, which you guys walked on your rewatch podcast so we could run Kate, damn it, and do 2.5 to 3 hour podcasts about Lost every week. So if you're a Lost fan, or if you have time to binge the show, definitely check that out. Top Chef, we are finishing up the final few weeks of over on reality TV RHAP ups. Otherwise, just doing little things here and there. And I want to thank you guys for having me on. And also, like, listen, I know that this podcast is sort of like allergic to sincerity, but I think that with all the stuff that is just going on today, I know that there is a lot of important stuff that needs to be discussed and talked about, but I do think there is importance as well for being goofy and for being silly and for being a little flighty and focusing on the minutia of things and making things a bit lighter. And so I want to thank you guys for like constantly being that sort of source, week in and week out, every weekend better on 10, as Craigslist Carl will say. And
he's right. We hate sincerity.
Yeah, and so I'm happy. I don't know if I'm speaking on behalf of the whole listeners, but yeah. I know it's been a very nice little presence to listen to you guys every week talk about whatever topic it is, especially in these times when it's tough to look outside the window.
Very much appreciate that, Mike. And what I have been saying with that is, if you are fortunate enough to be able to take a break with us, I'm glad that this was able to provide that for you, and I hope that you're also able to take a moment and appreciate how lucky you are to be able to take a break for a little bit with us here on something so stupid as what we did here today.
Yeah, especially.
And I'm sure a lot of people are, not willing to, joke around and listen to stuff like this right now. And I totally get it. And, even it's hard to podcast about it, and they're not listening, but, maybe they'll listen, in a few weeks or a few months and,
one day.
That's the thing as well, is that as I've sort of experienced that with the other stuff as well, is that understandably people have maybe taken some yodises from listening to podcasts just due to mental health and emotions. But the great thing about RHAP, for example, is that you are such a grab bag of things that, like, if and when people come back, they're going to have a heap of stuff to sift through.
Or it's easy to skip one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. Like, I don't know if people skip
that is true. It's hard
the
to
source
skip.
episodes for the cast of Stands versus Ops, for instance.
It's true.
Like,
it's true. You'd have to go back, like someone needs to make like a document, like, all right, here are the episodes you need to listen to.
Yeah, like when people were preparing for season 40 of Survivor, of like, okay, you need to watch these seasons to get involved on these people. Like, now there's going to be a list of what episodes to watch to inform how to watch Stands versus Ops.
All right. Akiva, what's going on in the 32 Fans podcast?
We haven't posted anything yet this week. Maybe we will later in the week, but we're continuing the Mount Rushmore of best, the 4 best athletes from every single. I thought Chester would do like the 10 biggest cities, but because he's Chester, it's like any place that has people, he has like a top 4 of. So it was not even a 1-part episode, but it was fun.
Okay. All right. There you go, everybody. That was Stands versus Ops, episode number 86 of Robin and Akiva Need a Podcast. Akiva, we don't normally do this. Can we give a hashtag for anybody that made it to the end of this episode?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Whoopi was robbed? No, that's a spoiler. We shouldn't do spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Then what should it be?
What's something that's a non-spoiler, Mike?
It was something about platonic for
like
Kevin
hashtag
Costner.
platonic.
Yeah, fine. Hashtag platonic.
Platonic bodyguard. Platonic bodyguard.
There we go. We finally came up with their alliance name.
Yes. All right. There you go. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good one. We'll see you in a couple of days for episode number 87 of Robin and Akiva Need a Podcast.